This is the Word News on your Premium Talk Radio today, 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I am Adekunle Adejumo. In the headlines, lawmakers demand probe into violence in Osun State governorship election. INEC dismisses claims of ghost voters in Osun State. Governor Fubara reaffirms commitment to Kalabari Road infrastructure completion, and on the foreign scene, President Trump threatens a man over effort to reopen Strait of Hormuz. Now the details. A bipartisan platform of members of the House of Representatives has demanded a full investigation into violence and death linked to the 2026 Osun State governorship election. In a statement issued in Abuja on Monday, the group's leader, Awaji Nombe Kabiante, Abubakar Kusada, and Maso Jega, said political competition must never justify the loss of Nigerian lives. The lawmakers called for investigations into reports of politically motivated killings over and during the election, noting that the Nigerian police force had earlier said it was investigating 30 suspected politically motivated killings linked to the election build-up. They also cited civil society reports which documented 56 politically related violent incidents and 14 fatalities. The group further called for an investigation into a viral video allegedly showing Senator Francis Fadahunsi making comments interpreted as encouraging supporters to kill members of the Accord Party in Ilesha. The lawmakers said Fadahunsi's reported denial of inciting violence should not prevent authorities from independently examining the video, its context, and the circumstances surrounding the remarks. They urged the Nigerian Police Force, Department of State Services, National Human Rights Commission, and other relevant authorities to investigate the matter and prosecute anyone found to have committed an offense. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has rejected claims that ghost and hired voters participated in the August 15 Osun State governorship election. INEC Chief Press Secretary to the Chairman, Dayo Oketola, said the use of bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS made such voting impossible. Oketola, who spoke during an interview on a live television, also warned Nigerians against believing unverified videos and information circulated on social media after the election. He explained that voters must be registered and accredited at their assigned polling unit before they can cast their ballot. Oketola said voter turnout in the election stood at 50.116%, describing it as one of the highest recorded in recent off-cycle election. He further noted that Nigeria is in an era of artificial intelligence, misinformation, and disinformation, urging the public to verify information before accepting it as true. Meanwhile, a chieftain of the All Progressives Congress APC in Osun State, Olatunbosun Oyetoloye, has urged party members and leaders not to be discouraged by the outcome of the Saturday's governorship election. Speaking in an interview in Osogbo on Monday, Oyetoloye said the result should not be viewed only as a victory or defeat, but as an opportunity for the APC to consolidate its gains and strengthen its structures across the state. He commended President Bola Tinubu for his intervention and support before and during the election, describing it as a demonstration of leadership and commitment to the growth of the party in Osun. The APC chieftain said the party's performance, despite being in a position in the state, showed that it remained firmly established across Osun, having secured more than 44,000 votes. Oyetoloye therefore urged party members across the state's 30 local government areas to remain calm, united, and committed, saying the APC's responsibility was now to learn from the outcome and prepare for future elections. The Nigerian Democratic Congress (NDC) has described Governor Ademola Adeleke's victory in Osun State governorship election as a triumph for democracy and the will of the people. In a statement, the NDC National Publicity Secretary, OSA director, said the result demonstrated that voters could resist what he described as tyranny, civilian dictatorship, and attempts to suppress their will through the electoral process. He also commended Adeleke for standing firm in seeking re-election, saying the governor had insisted on his right to contest and be voted for by the people. However, the NDC spokesman criticized Adeleke's reported pledge to support President Bola Tinubu in the 2027 general election, saying Governor Adeleke should allow the people of Osun State to determine who they would support in the presidential election. OSA also commended the Independent National Electoral Commission for the conduct of the election and urged the commission to sustain what he described as the transparency witnessed during the poll. You're listening to the Word News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news and foreign stories. Do stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
We appreciate you for being there. Now to the rest of the news. Rivers State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has promised that ongoing road project in Kalabari area will be completed even if his administration is unable to finish them before leaving the office. Governor Fubara, who made this promise during the commissioning of the Buguma-Degema-Bonima Road, said the Trans-Kalabari project remains one of the most important projects being undertaken by his administration, assuring the people that the project he is unable to complete will be continued by his successor from the same political party. The governor also recalled the poor condition of the road before its reconstruction, noting that it has now been developed and commissioned.
But I'm happy that today we are all here gathered happily. This color dream has come to reality. Very soon we go around to campaign for our party. And the truth about it is movement will be easy. When we get there, I can boldly say do that. Even if the one that I didn't complete, I'm also very sure that my party will complete it. So the issue today is about our people.
Also speaking, the Amayanabo of Abonima, Akukutoro local government area, His Royal Highness King Israel Bobo Manuel appreciated the governor for the significant projects executed in the area.
This project is a project that is dear to the minds and hearts of all Calabar people. In the past, it was difficult for us to traverse this area. For you to lead any of our communities to Port Harcourt, you must, as a matter of fact, go into one-day fast and prayer the previous day. Otherwise, you are not sure you will get to your destination. And I thank His Excellency because he came in, made the project, and completed it in record time. I thank you, Your Excellency.
In continuation of familiarization visit to the tertiary institutions in the state, Commissioner for Education, Associate Professor Peter Zwago, has highlighted significant roles public health institutions play in churning out mid-level manpower in the society. Professor Zwago made the remarks when he led a team of principal officers of Ministry of Education to the College of Health Science and Management Technology, where he acknowledged the indispensable and strategic functions of laboratory technicians and other departments to the lives of the people in the state and beyond. He noted that the ministry would not relent its effort in supporting the college to achieve its desired objectives, stressing that such assistance must be done in an atmosphere for peaceful learning environment.
Education is one of the key priorities of the administration of His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara, reflected on the improved budget submitted for 2026. The administration remains committed to ensuring that every public investment in our institution yield measurable and lasting outcomes. I therefore encourage the management to embrace this vision and to work with the ministry to build a college that is academically strong, professionally credible, environmentally sound, and true responsive to its students and to the society.
Wango, however, restated Governor Siminalayi Fubara's passion for quality education, especially in areas of science and healthcare delivery services to Rivers people, and called on management of the college to continue to sustain academic standards.
This college occupies a strategic place in the education and healthcare development of our dear state. Strengthens the technicians, technologies, and health workers who serve across our laboratories, pharmacies, images, and dental units, environmental health departments, and clinics. But for that reason, it must uphold the highest standard in academic delivery, administration, discipline, infrastructure, sanitation, and health welfare.
Presenting our address, Acting Provost of the College, Dr. P. Samadi, expressed joy for the visit and intimated the commissioner with numerous challenges confronting the college, such as the absence of governing council, lack of vehicle ambulances, accommodation, flooding.
The Honorable Commissioner for Education, Dr. Peters Wago, heartily welcomes the Executive Governor of Rivers State, His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara GSSRS, and his entourage to Eche local government area for the commissioning of the Egui Afara Mba Road. Date Tuesday, 18th August 2026. Time 10 a.m. Venue, State School, Mba. Your Excellency, you have demonstrated beyond doubt that you are a man of your word. The construction and commissioning of the Iguiafara Mba Road is a landmark achievement and a legacy that the people of Iche will never forget. Your Excellency, Chikao. This is signed by Dr. Peters Wago, Honorable Commissioner for Education, River State.
Presenting her address, acting provost of the college, Dr. Peter Amadi, expressed joy for the visit and intimated the commissioner with numerous challenges confronting the college, such as absence of governing council, lack of vehicle ambulances, accommodation, flooding, amongst others.
The college is a strategic institution established for the training of middle-level healthcare professionals to meet the challenges of contemporary healthcare delivery services. However, persistent institutional, infrastructural, administrative, human resource, and operational challenges continue to hinder its effective functioning and development. Amendment of specific sections of the college law is required to attract external funding, adequate and dilapidated infrastructure. The college requires massive intervention.
Today, FM Magnus Wanwa reports that management and staff, including the student union of government of the institution, came out in their numbers to accord the commissioner a befitting reception. In the meantime, a lecturer in the Department of Political Science at the Ignatius Ajuru University of Education, Obiakwa local government area of Rivers State, Goodluck Oke, has advised voters in the state to protect their vote through the electoral process. Oke, who spoke to Today FM's Priye Zogu, said Rivers voters should emulate voters in the recently concluded election in Osun State by remaining vigilant after casting their ballot. He urged voters to protect their vote at the polling unit during the transportation of election materials and throughout the collation of results.
The outcome of the just concluded governorship election in Osun State demonstrates the capability of the people in determining who wins the election in their state. The power to determine who occupy political offices now resides on the people, as it has always been. But regardless of what we have been experiencing, it can also be reinvented in 2027. The people can decide to replicate what happened in Osun State and other parts of Nigeria, especially in the presidential election. They can decide on who becomes the president of Nigeria. If they come out en masse and vote, protect their vote, secure and protect the transportation of their vote.
The political science lecturer stressed that votes can determine the outcome of elections in Nigeria if citizens are willing to safeguard their ballot throughout the electoral process. He called on voters to remain vigilant and ensure that their votes count from the point of voting until the final results are declared.
If the people vote, protect their vote, resist talks that the politicians may use to come and interrupt the process, and secure their vote down to the collation center, the people's will must prevail. And this should show politicians that they are very, very few, and that the people are the majority, and that the people can decide their fate. It is not them who should decide the fate of the majority. If the people decide to come together and support a candidate of their choice, protect their vote from the polling unit, I tell you, it is the candidates that the people want that should be announced. So if votes in Osun State will count, then votes in Rivers State and other parts of the state will definitely count. Rivers people, Nigerians, must come together to decide their destiny by coming out in mass to vote, protect their vote, and ensure that their candidate is announced at the end.
Concerns have been raised over the rising level of unemployment among youth in Rivers State as community leaders and youth graduates say the lack of job opportunities is making it difficult for many young people to earn a living. Speaking in a telephone interview with Today FM correspondent Ayiba Priye Ogonu, the community development chairman of Rumekine, Prince Ihunwa, said the government has not done enough to empower young people. He linked some cases of land grabbing in the community to unemployed youth who, according to him, are looking for ways to survive. He therefore called on the Rivers State government to provide vocational training and other skill acquisition programs to help youth become self-reliant.
The level of unemployment in Nigeria has affected rulemaking as well. So, and as a result of that, the youth, most of them have indulged themselves, some in drug addiction, some in land grabbing activity, some in some of the unlawful means of making money as a result of unemployment. Encourage the government to do more, let them improve in whatever, even if it's to come up with a vocational skill that can, since that alone will help so many, because some persons, even as a graduate, because they don't have skills, they can't go to the field to do anything outside maybe going to serve a medicine.
Also speaking, the community development chairman of Rumokwachi, Eric Walu, expressed concern over the unemployment opportunities available to youth, particularly indigenes seeking jobs in companies operating within Obiako. He alleged that some qualified indigenes only get employment opportunities when they have connections to the people in position of influence. Walu therefore called on the government to ensure that companies operating within the state give qualified indigenes a fair opportunity during recruitment.
We have so many companies around us in Obiako. Those companies, you see people working there are people from other states. We go to that place, we put application for our need to put application for a job. They will not employ them. Before they get employment, you see that you must have somebody who will help out. Those things are things that government are supposed to look into. Companies employ you from our areas here. They are standing by stopping their source of income. What do you expect from them? You see them going into illegal ways and they are living.
Some graduates who spoke with Today FM also appealed to the government to create more job opportunities and support young people who are already running their own businesses. They called for better security, transportation, and electricity, saying these would help them operate their businesses successfully and become financially independent.
There is lack of job, and even the jobs that are available don't pay well because our minimum wage is very low. You see an average wage earning 50,000 naira, and we all know that currently 50,000 can't even carry you for 2 weeks, and you have to either find something else to do to top up your income, or you either go on the wrong way looking for bigger part.
Youths that have very, very amazing ideas to create income for themselves, but basically what's stopping them is capital. So I think the youths can help provide fundings, because most times you'd want to take a loan and the process is just a whole lot. Other ones are the transportation issues, security issues, and electricity issues.
On the foreign scene, United States President Donald Trump has threatened military action against Oman if the country obstructs effort to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. In an interview, President Trump said the United States would carry out heavy bombing against Oman if it gets in the way of effort to reopen the strategic waterway. In the meantime, Iran has said it is holding talks with Oman over the reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, a major route for global oil shipments. To end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. Lawmakers are demanding a probe into violence and death linked to the Osun State governorship election. INEC has dismissed claims of ghost voters in Osun State. We told you that Governor Siminalayi Fubara has reaffirmed his commitment to Kalabari Road infrastructure completion. And on the foreign scene, you also heard that President Donald Trump has threatened Oman over effort to reopen the Strait of Hormuz. And that was the news as edited by Sose on Nabu. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com, Facebook, Today95.1 FM, Instagram, TodayFM951, and on X, TodayFM951. You can also join our YouTube live at Today95.1 FM. I am Adekunle Adejumo. Good evening and thank you for listening.
Tune in for a journey beyond the ordinary.
Fasten your seatbelt.
We are not just a station, we are the station. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
know a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
To you, and thank you so much for joining us this evening. It is Today's Connect on your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM. My name is Adekunle Adejumo.
My name is Rona Agbara. We're back again.
Good evening, Rona.
For another round of talk conversations. Great conversations, of course. Segments for you to talk, and we talk right back to you. And this is one of it, which is what's on your mind. Another week, for us to be here in the studio. My name is Rona Agbara.
What would you do, Rona, if you notice that maybe a nephew pierces the ear?
How old?
Okay. Maybe early teens.
Okay.
1920.
I'm not a judgmental person. I am not one of the people who will judge a person based off of how they look first.
Okay.
I may just look at you and, maybe a thought may just go through my mind that, this person dresses this type of way. But I would not use that as a yardstick to say, this person dressing this way is a bad person, or this person has no morals. I will have to get close to you first before I can judge. So if I have a teenage nephew who decides to, do some adornments on their body, piercings, I would not outrightly say, why did you do this? You're wrong. Lash at the person. I just want to start a conversation. Do you like piercings and stuff? They will talk about it, and that's it.
Do you believe in the idea that most of the people who keep dreads, do piercing, they are creatives?
That's what's associated with right now. Like, people who have this very stylish, they associate them with creatives now. And personally, I like things like that. I like those. Yeah, I like those piercings. Those beauty stuff, right? You carry kind of hair. I used to be on low cut.
Do you like dreads?
I do. Just the pain. That's why I've not decided to lock my hair. Okay. I used to be on low cut. I mean, the tinted low cut. So I'm cool with it.
No problem.
It's not a biggie for me.
I'm getting a dread.
With which
I'm
hair?
Getting a piercing.
You that don't have hair on your head like this. And they don't let me talk. But, where is the dread going to go? What are they going to pick and hold?
Rona,
is it this hair that I'm seeing?
If you flip that Johnny Dree song, what have I done to you?
No, I'm asking. I'm a
Why
genuine
would you say I don't
question.
have hair?
What are they going to hold?
I was born
Can
dread.
you even hold
I was
that
born
thing?
dread.
Can you hold the style on your hair?
Yes, now see.
You can't hold it.
Unlike some people whose hair will be cut.
Let's say a minute away from, or is it what's the word
from
now?
Being bowed.
From being on, what they call bololo. It's a choice, though. It's not like you don't have hair, but it's not something they can hold to do that. So stick with your look, okay?
Calm down.
A lot of people who can dread their hair, or maybe you can go get ink.
Calm down.
Can get ink on your body, draw a tat.
Take consolation in the fact that Dawn cares for you. Maybe Queen does.
I'm being honest now.
Your honesty is killing me.
Oh, sorry about that.
It's spying me.
Sorry about that.
And that's it. Welcome to the first segment of today's Connect.
Yes,
this is where you share with us what's on your mind.
Exactly.
We've just built out the one that we have on our mind and many to come.
Of course.
Including the Adele case.
That's also something.
For the first
over
time,
the weekend,
I saw Rona rejoicing over an Adele
case
situation.
I really rejoicing? I was just being expressive.
See
because
how
it's all over. I mean, it's all over the news, and over the weekend people are talking about it. I was just being expressive.
But you're 30 BG now.
Well,
okay.
I like his songs, but that's a different thing entirely from the political aspect of his family.
But you did see him at the forefront of things.
To me, I admire when people roots for their family members. I admire when people stand up for their family, no matter the career path they decide to follow. And that's one thing I see that the Adelekes do. If you are in this part, on this path in life, they pull all their weight for you. Whether you're in music, whatever it is you want to do, the family will just stand right by you.
Did you see?
So that's a good thing.
The governor, genuflecting or prostrating before the elder sister. And it was difficult to lift him up. She was begging
because
him,
of this.
Tito, stand up.
Because of the size.
He was there.
But that was funny. That was funny.
I saw a comment from Senator Natasha, who said, it's better to have a dancing governor than a corrupt one.
Right.
Interesting times in Oshun.
Anyway, that's a good one. I mean, the celebration and everything. And a lot of 30G fans are excited about it. The joy is just all over with them. You see some people posting about it. And then the thing I took out from it is I like when people, family members stand up for each other, because I help you, you help me, we can achieve great and big things. Yeah. So let's roll out the phone numbers to have you join the conversation on what's on your mind on this Today 95.1 FM. The numbers to call to say what's on your mind this Monday evening is 0810-951-0951. To say, Ade Rona, you know what's on my mind? And you tell us the things on your mind.
And do remember that the What's on Your Mind segment is different from eyewitness reports.
Exactly.
So you can just freely express anything. We're here to listen. Anything within the bounds of the law. Today 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Rona.
Is this Mama?
Welcome, Mama. We're good. We're fine.
Mama.
Welcome.
Yes, you people are doing great job there. I want to congratulate Governor Adeleke for coming back to office. Governor Adeleke, Mama is greeting you. Congratulations for winning that election. All the people who took talk to Osun State. Good night.
Mama, don't leave us hanging. Today 95.1 FM.
Good evening.
Hey, Mama, don't finish one.
Mama, don't run.
Mr. Ade.
Good evening.
Verona.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Reginald, I call from Togochi.
You're welcome, Reginald.
Let me start by congratulating the Adelekes, the entire family, for coming together to support their own and the people of Osun State. They have done well to ensure that darkness does not prevail anymore in Osun State.
All right.
Let me also say here that I am not happy in as much as I am celebrating that victory. But
where did you go?
For the governor to begin to giving all the credit to the president, giving Mr. President all the credit, as if the president was the one who came to Osun State to vote. Democracy shouldn't be. We shouldn't be giving the president. We shouldn't be celebrating the president.
Finally, Reginald.
Finally, let me request that Governor Senfobra, while inaugurating new projects, let him remember Okehi.
Okay. Thank you.
Zona Hospital.
Thank you. Let's go to the next caller. And remember.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening. The one and only day of my beautiful sister Rhoda.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
Yeah, bless me with you and the bad one to all the bad politics and shine. And Mary, they don't go disgrace them for two. Where all of them they run in the night and go back to their places. Shame. My sister Luna, you see, it has proven that this power belongs to the people. And when you look at what their Okobolo or Okobele and their Badu, their Watadu, all of them, they are not even ashamed. just a common state government election, more than 21 state governors and the one which is the Senate president, they all went there. To do what? They have been defeated. They have been put to shame. Now, when you come, another thing that is in my mind, I had King Putara talking this evening on the that all his work, that project that he will not complete with this rest or what will come and complete. The question is one thing I want to advise Putara. Whenever he comes to, you first of all tell us that he has taken permission from his Oga or his God or Father before he comes to tell us something. He should not come and be talking now that he should be even ashamed because looking at what Osun governor did. That is what he would have done.
Thank you. Let's go to the next caller. And the governor has every right to make pronunciation and to also say what he expects to happen.
Yeah,
whether by way of projection or calculation. We have agreed on one thing that is part of the democratic principles, that governance is continuity, so to speak, for lack of better words. So it's basically declared just that. Hello, good evening. What's on your mind? That call dropped. We cannot tell what the circumstances are, but please do a redial. The number remains 0810-951-0951. For the WhatsApp portal and also for direct text messages, you can send it to the number 0701-933-9962. Good thing, no much rain today in Port Harcourt.
Right. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Roland. Hello.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening. This is Frank calling from Bolorumebo.
Frank, you're welcome.
Go on.
Thank you. I should let me also congratulate Adeleke for returning back to his office. Yes, then that's my mind.
Okay.
All right.
And I'm
Thank you
talking
for sharing
about
what's on your mind.
our governor of Rivers State, being Sim Fuwara.
Okay.
He has started commissioning all the projects he has embarked for past months now. I am begging him, the next one that is going to try to give to Rivers people, let him try to see how he can tell our contractors to think of how to give Rivers State a defeated drillage.
All right.
We don't have drillage in Rivers State. We don't have drillage.
Finally?
The drillage, all the drillage they gave to us have starting, they don't have ending.
All right.
If you go to all the drillage that is in Rivers State this time around, you see that both rainy season, both dry season, there is water inside it. That shows that.
Thank you. Let's go to the next caller. Today 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Adekula of Today FM. Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Welcome.
John Africa from Ububu.
John, you're welcome.
What's on your mind?
Adekula, what is in my mind this evening? As a Popo man, why this one where my brother Amoku Senebo Siminalaye Fobara, the governor of Rivers State, have lined up 10 projects to commission in this River State. What did he go tell the Popo people? There when he come from. Waiting for the commission for Popo. This thing has been bothering me, has been giving me sleepless night. For Pochita to have a governor in 3-4 years. Nothing is right about in the Popo Koron, local government where he comes from. I'm not even talking about the entire territorial zone. I remember that when EM Weekend was there, doing work in the Equator, he said, when we elect you, do something for your people. This similar you go carry come back for Popo. That is my question.
All right. Thank you for sharing what's on your mind. Very apt there. Of course, just as he had mentioned, this is a season for, commissioning of some projects, about 10 of them. I could also remember that at some point in the previous administration of former Governor Nyesom Wike, Rivers people were also complaining that most of the projects were situated within Equatorial LGA and all of that, and needed it to be distributed across
other local
other parts.
governments.
So, as per what he has done in Opobo, I cannot say specifically, but there's that pointer that the Opobo Ring Road and the bridge and all of that.
People who
Maybe
even reside there, we should have better information about the things, if there have been anything that has happened in the past years over there.
Definitely. Let's go to the next caller. Today, 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yes, my name is Onu Samuel, calling from Port Harcourt.
Samuel, you're welcome.
God bless you. I want to use this privilege and opportunity to congratulate and to thank our dynamic and amiable governor. As a Calabari man, I'm proud of him, though I'm somehow disappointed based on certain decisions that he took. But I can understand the wave of unfolding things that happened. But for him coming to the kingdom of Calabari to commission that road is a remarkable thing. And as a Calabari son, I'm highly proud of him. And all of the Calabari are also proud of him for the things that we couldn't receive under the administration of Fobara. We have gotten it. I think it's a welcome to learn. It's something to celebrate about. He has written his name on the platform of gold.
All right.
That will be known years to come.
All right.
And I want to say that somebody complained that the governor did not do anything in Opobo. My brother, let's tell ourselves the truth. During the challenges and obstacles situation of the governor of River State, his own people, if I'm not mistaken, abandoned him.
All right, thank you.
Which of them came to fight?
Let's go to the
and
next.
Defend the governor.
Thank you.
The way the Calabari did.
Thank you. Let's go to the next caller. Well, that situation we're making reference to was basically something that concerned all and sundry in River State, and it was beyond any ethnic line. So I don't know. Maybe there were some internal games being played or supposed loyalty expected. Today, 95.1 FM.
Hello, Ade.
Good evening, First Lady.
Yes, good evening. Is that Rona?
Yes, Rona.
Okay, good evening. How
Good
are
evening. I'm very well, thank you.
Good evening with all of you. Ade, what has been bothering me is this deployment of 15,000, I think, police people, security men in Osun State. They did that just Saturday. Are you hearing me?
Yes, please.
Yes. And I begin to wonder. I've been wondering then, does it mean that the life of northern Nigeria does not matter to the president, that anything that concerns the nation, you see them deploying 15,000, 10,000 policemen to that place? What stopped them from carrying these thousands of police, join with military to enter Sandisa Forest, all the states, the bushes where these bandits and Boko Haram are terrorizing? Why don't carry them and go there? Why only on election day you will hear they deploy how many thousand is all these things? What is really going on that we, the innocent people in Nigeria, we don't know? What is going on? Are they happy that Nigerians are dying in their number every now and then? You hear they died, how many died in Sokoto? This one died in Niger. This one died. What is happening? Deploy them to Sambisa for let them go ahead and fight.
Okay.
That's my own.
Thank you, First Lady. Voice of the People, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, network there. 95.1.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Welcome.
Yeah, I greet you all, my
Greet
beautiful
you too.
ones over there.
Thank you.
Akonuche calling from Port Harcourt.
Akonuche, go ahead.
Yes. My governor, Fubara, if
you there?
his name in a gold, you should do it now. Because 3 months is also enough for a responsible man to deliver. Giving me 1 month as a governor, I can deliver. What is there? There is money there and there is order there. Do you know that with the money, you can give an order overnight and things will be start happening? So he should not give us any excuse of whosoever not making not to deliver. If he have not worked up, let him start now. Let him wake up this night and start doing work. There is no amount of excuse you tell me that someone making not to deliver. A month is enough for someone that have taken a good breath of me to deliver diligently. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your thought and saying what's on your mind. What you should even be concerned about as Rivers people is praying that the abandonment that the governor is foreseeing should not be about the ring road. If it happens to be, okay. You know how the story goes. We'll go on a short break. When we return, we'll take more of your calls and get to hear more of what's on your mind.
Just stay with us.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Looking to grow your business?
Ready to elevate your brand and reach the right audience? This is your moment to take your brand to the next level with Today 95.1 FM.
Your trusted voice, reaching thousands of listeners every single day.
From startups to established brands, we create powerful advertising solutions that boost your visibility and drive real growth.
Our affordable advertising packages are designed to give your business maximum visibility and real results.
Don't just advertise where people are listening.
Call us today on 0818-389-2850 or visit our station to book your slot now at Today FM Drive off East West Road, Obiapo.
Today FM 95.1.
Your voice, your market, your success.
.1 FM, voice of the people.
And we're back.
Well, definitely back to you. Today 95.1, your premium talk radio. That's the dial you're listening to. Adekunle Adejuma and Rona Agbara taking you through this evening on the first segment of today's Connect, listening to what's on your mind because it's premium and you're listening to a premium talk radio. Yes, keep your calls coming through on the number 0810-951-0951. Feel free to send us a voice note or a text message. You can do that to the WhatsApp number 0701-933-9962. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Good evening.
Yes, this is Johnny D. Good. I'm calling from Port Harcourt.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Johnny Do Good.
Yes. What is in my mind is that as our governor, Simlaye Fubara, is commissioning, there are schools, primary schools, secondary school, no teacher. In as much as is commissioning, let him employ teachers. Go to rural village schools. Some it's only the headmaster and one teacher. The villagers are contributing money to pay people that will teach the children. The schools are empty, no teacher. So what money are they keeping? Are they keeping this money for ghost people? And rivers people, no employment. Let him employ teachers. If he employ like 14,000 teachers, it will help. It will go a long way. It will be in his record that Fubara employ 14,000 teachers. The youth every day they are coming and graduating. They are graduating, no job. That is what is in my mind.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing what's on your mind. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you. How are you today?
Yes, I'm fine, sir.
Oh, great. Let's hear you.
Yeah. Mine is the delegate they are celebrating. I want to ask, what has he been done differently? That is it because it's just the opposition party? They look as if it's too much and all of that. I know if the other parties, they would have said, no, I don't know if they are.
Hello? Oh, please, you'd have to call us back. Kindly do so, because it looks like there's some sort of entropy with that line. Finding it difficult. The connection is not too strong. Let's blame it on the network. So you can do a redial, and definitely you get across to us. For the text message and WhatsApp portal, do not forget it is 0701 933 9962. Direct calls remain 0810 951 0951. Talking about schools, I mean, I remember at one point I sat with the chairperson who's in charge of, what do you call himself again now? His name is Bodan something, I've forgotten. But I think the Parents Teachers Association in Rivers State, he talked about how they also funded some teachers and helped keep the system running. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Kingsley.
Kingsley, you're welcome.
What's on your mind? There's nothing much to be expected from Fubara because he's already a lame dog governor and government.
Okay, hello, please. Name calling. That's a sensitive name. I appeal that you do a withdrawal.
All right, I done that.
Thank you.
Yes, for Aerofy suing the federal government for, I think, incarceration
detention.
And Tinubu should be very careful. Should be extremely careful. His political stubbornness and madness will do this.
Oh my goodness, thank you. But I'd have to let you go. Those are very strong terms to use against the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
You can actually express yourself without using certain words and calling certain names, and still express your concern or the things on your mind. There's a voice note here, and I'll just quickly play that and get back to calls. Do not forget you can also still send a message or voice note to 0701 933 9962.
Good evening, Ade and Rona and Give Joseph by name. A lot is in my mind, but let me just go.
You need to keep track of events, and as they pan out, we'll surely bring you up to speed with the same. Today 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Obinna, how are you?
I'm fine, my brother.
You're welcome.
My sister, I greet you.
I greet you too.
Well, let me just talk about Oshun because it's just one of the things that is raining everywhere. I think I commend the citizens because they have showed that there is something they call democracy. That's power to the people. But please, Rivers people, I'm begging you people to compare you people yourself and these Ocean people. Not when they bring money or threaten people, you start running around. Stand for your word one day. Stop this life of betrayal. I'm telling you, because by right, if they practice democracy in Rivers State here, there will nothing be. There's nothing like that state of emergency. Because that state of emergency, they're supposed to come out and protest against it. They everywhere are hiding. They are hiding. Please, they should do the needful and start for democracy.
All right.
Then, brother, somebody complain about teachers, lack of teachers in Rivers. That's an old story. Some of them that go from here to, let me use the they are afraid of cultism. Cultism have scared some of them away. I remember one couple they posed, they say one boy was disturbing him, threatening him if he see me around there again. They can stop coming. So they should caution their children because it's their children that is causing the problem. They have used cultism to make teachers not to come to school. Evidence and fact is there. Let them not come and start complaining that there is no teacher.
Right.
It's them that is causing. They should train their children well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Okay.
We are the voice of the people. Good evening.
God bless you, Ade. Good evening.
Rennie Sampson, you're welcome.
Exactly, Mary Queen, Aruna Agbara.
Yes,
my girl. Let me travel to Osun State to congratulate the executive governor of Osun State and the good people of Osun State for their doggedness. Despite the heavyweight from the federal, but yes, then to conquer it. Once again, congrats to the one I call my homie Davido for the role that he played. And again, what is on my mind, Ade? I keep saying it that I want to see the day that the light will return back to Ukuri Road because I've been advocating. I don't like the Ukuri Road East. I am from this place, and if you check, we have two major roads. We have Aba Road, we have Ukuri Road. What is happening to the Ukuri Road? And the real fact is that that particular road that I'm clamoring leads to the break house. Why is it that you cannot be able to afford flights in that section of that road? Are they?
When you have a bad road?
No, Ukwere Road. Are they?
But you also have a bad road. So if one no work, another one go there.
No. Are they? This is the treasure base of this great nation. Do you know what is the treasure base? Eh?
I'm trying to get a grasp of it. I'm just giving you an alternate picture.
God, see, I do know, but I am pleading. I've been pleading to the state government, and I will not stop. I will continue to plead. But the way I am pleading concerning those under our flyovers and lights to be restored under our flyovers, that's how I continue to plead.
Thank you, Samson. Thank you.
Whatever that affects the infrastructure of the state affects me.
All right.
Person.
Thank
so
you.
God bless you.
Thank you. Time. That was just the use of light expression so that you understand the variant to it. But the calls are still coming through. This is where we tender that apology to say, forgive us. We'll enact the other conversation by 7 p.m. on Area Talk.
Of course.
And so far, thank you so much for your contribution.
I appreciate your calls and voice notes and messages. To stay with us by 7, let's have the conversation side by side.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM. Today's news in 60.
The Central Bank of Nigeria's decision to reopen open market operation securities to individuals and corporates has created a new investment option for domestic investors. The Bank of Industry has recorded a successful debut in Nigeria's domestic debt capital market with its inaugural 250 billion naira Series 1 fixed-rate bond attracting subscriptions above the amount offered. Customs agents under the aegis of the Association of Nigerian Licensed Customs Agents at Onea Port, River State, have threatened to disrupt port operations if their revenue is not integrated into the port's call-up charges. The National Library of Nigeria and the Qatar National Library have signed a partnership agreement to boost digital knowledge, strengthen research and professional development, and preserve the cultural and documentary heritage of both countries. On the foreign scene, oil prices have been pulled between two competing forces as tanker traffic through the Strait of Hormuz falls sharply while less visible vessel movements and rising U.S. inventories limit the extent of the rally.
Today's news in 60. In 60.
Tune in for a journey beyond the ordinary.
Fasten your seatbelt.
We are not just a station, we are the station. Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.
Radio.
95.1 FM.
Exactly 5 minutes, strolling past the hour of 7 p.m. This very calm and an evening that has decided to maybe not introduce so much rain to allow some people in some area go about their livelihood. But it's time for us to also take the conversation a notch further. Welcome to today's edition of Area Talk. My name is Adekunle Adejumo.
My name is Rona Agbara, and thank you for staying with us.
Absolutely. And just in the way that Rona had, intimated one of those who had contributed earlier on what's on your mind, we would definitely be talking about something that concerns the people of Rivers State, but this time maybe somewhat situated within Obiakwa local government area. I mean, last I checked, if I'm not mistaken, Obiakwa happens to be one of the biggest LGA in the country, and it's actually standing as a testament of that. But as we speak, the Obiakwa Local Government Council has actually rolled out its enforcement team, an operation which is targeted at stopping unauthorized taxes, levies, and illegal revenue collection. The council actually explained that the exercise is intended to protect residents, restore order, and ensure that all revenue collection is carried out through officially approved channels. Now, there are other aspects that are yet to be unveiled in this particular arrangement, and that is what we would be bringing to your knowledge this evening, as we're being joined by the Chief Press Secretary for the Obiakwa local government area. I'm talking about Goodluck Serem, who joins us live in the studio this evening. Good evening to you. Welcome.
Good evening, Prof.
Oh,
as I fondly call you.
Should I give him the bell?
To ring that thing for you.
Should I give him the traditional
No,
bell?
don't worry about that. Let's just manage like that.
Okay. You're welcome. Good luck once more.
Thank you very much.
I mean, it's a privilege having you here, looking at the fact that you actually had to attend to us on a very short notice. I must say, from the information that you would be giving out to Rivers people, this would be a session that would help them actually, plan their lives properly. But just a couple of hours ago, videos rolled online about the exercise that the Obiakpo, council and enforcement team is carrying out in Rivers State to rid the street of some individuals who are not supposed to be on the street. But let me ask you, on the whole, what actually prompted this exercise and how is it going?
Well, Prof, I'm sure you've been around Port Harcourt for at least 5 to 10 years. And there's this narrative, that has been on the lips of everybody. Whenever you are harassed by any group of individuals in the name of task force, be it at water lines, which of course is Falga, be it at the foot of the Emoha Bridge, somewhere there, the only thing that, the first name that comes to anybody's mouth is Obiakpo local government.
True.
And so it has, I know Obiakpo local government and their task force have become a byword for lawlessness, and all manner of brigandage. And so the chairman we have right now is somebody who would not, give room for that. Somebody who will discourage that kind of trend, at all cost. And so, which of course is why he has decided to sanitize the transport sector, not just the transport sector, generally the revenue system in Obiakpo local government area. I don't know how abreast you are with the happenings in Obiakpo local government, but you will recall that when he, came into office, the first thing he did was to digitize the revenue system.
True.
The reason why he did it was because he also got tired of the fact that over the years, Obiakpo local government has been known, with that kind of harassment and intimidation when it comes to revenue collection. And so that alone, to anybody who cares to know will tell you the kind of person we have as local government chairman.
I'm glad that you actually have a hold on the situation, and this is about the second or third conversation we'll be having. And listening to how you have basically run an overview of the situation, it explains that you have been up to speed with things. But I would ask you a very important question that is prevalent on the lips of many Rivers people, including those who are indigenous and those who are not. There's been the concern of Agberu.
Yes.
If we classically want to put them into a collection, Agberus. Now, right here on this program, I had one of the chairpersons, safe to say faction, of the one of the youth movement in Rivers State, I think it was NYC, and mentioning that the Agberos are necessarily not people from Rivers State and they're imported.
That's correct.
To what extent is it correct?
Well, Prof, Obiakmo or Port Harcourt is the city center, as we all know. It's a metropolitan LGA. It accommodates people from all parts of the country. But in recent times, we have, come to observe a spike, as it has to do with the influx of criminal elements. People that just feel like the only way to survive is by organizing themselves into small criminal syndicates and then go about to prey on innocent people. And so this thing we have actually carried out a research on it, and we have found out that most people that are perpetrating these crimes are not from Rivers State.
So how did they come about mentioning that?
That's because of the loophole that we have in the transport sector.
Okay.
For example, you and I know that Rivers State used to have a color for the transport of commercial vehicles.
It still has by the law.
Yes, blue and white. So how many of these mini buses have you seen, in recent times that still maintains that color? That's just on one side. And then on the other hand, we have the issue of not numbering their vehicles.
Enumeration.
Enumeration of the vehicles. And these are some of the things that, give room for these vices. And so about the issue of one chance, that has become prevalent, on this axis. And that's because when you engage leaders of these various unions, in the transport sector, they cannot give you a comprehensive list or even a database. They don't even have a database of who their drivers are. Okay. That is to say that somebody can come all the way from Eleme, for example, park their vehicle from Choba under the guise of loading passengers and then rob them along the road, and then they will get away with it because nobody, actually asked questions, when such strange faces actually came to do
those nefarious activities.
Exactly. And so these are some of the things that we actually want to curtail as a local government area. And which is why the chairman set up the Committee on Illegal Taxes and Levies. Okay. These people have been ripping off the local government. They have been collecting taxes and levies that the local government did not even mandate them to do. Okay. And this have been going into individual pockets over the years.
So now, with this enforcement on the way, can we be guaranteed that the number of touts will be reduced on our roads?
Drastically.
And the friction they usually have with drivers and some passengers, are we guaranteed that it will come to an end for good?
Of course, the one that broke the camel's back was the one that happened sometime last week, where it was reported that the driver died. But you and I know that driver did not die. It was just the handiwork of mischief makers who actually wanted to heat up the polity and then hijack that particular process. This had happened at the time we're trying to ban, we're actually enforcing a ban on the operations of a commercial motorcycle in
Exactly.
the LG. And so some of them actually came into the picture, and then we are clamoring for the total disbandment of all task force units, in the local government. Which of course the chairman actually obliged them because there was need for us to do that and then to overhaul the entire system. And so what we are doing now, by the time we roll out our plans on how to, curtail some of this irregularities and crime, in the LG, of course, everybody will heave a sigh of relief and people will start going about their daily activities.
Those who are arrested, what would become their fate? Would they just be taken off the road such that they can still go back to it, or what would happen to them
No,
when they're arrested?
we are getting security operatives involved,
Okay.
and of course they are the ones that are saddled with the responsibility of prosecution.
Yeah.
So what we merely did was to arrest and then hand over to them, to do the needful. That's because the local government chairman is poised, on ensuring that those kind of criminal elements do not, interrupt and of course harass innocent citizens who are here to either earn a living or just go about their daily activity.
Well, good luck, Nserim. I mean, so far, your words, they actually they sound like a soothing balm to what many Rivers people had gone through. Yeah. But that would not also strip us of the knowledge of some of the things that we know. Still falling back to the issue of these unidentified individuals. If you go to the streets, which I believe you interact with, you would hear the very informal parlance. Now, our chairman sent us today here. What gave these set of people so much legitimacy? I'm not talking about those who are classified under the umbrella of some union. I'm talking about people who were just, strewn across different areas, no reflective vex, no proper identification. How did they get so much legitimacy knowing that people who actually are, primarily owners of the land would be monitoring the activities?
Well, this thing, like I said, is an organized, criminal operation. If you ask me, it has been there for long. It has been there for long, and so when something becomes, when something lasts for too long, it becomes a norm. There's a lot of people who grew up in Port Harcourt. Some people from other parts, and I wouldn't like to mention, but most of the people that are perpetrating, even the ones I'm not talking about people that are coming from outside on a daily basis now. I'm talking about residents of Port Harcourt who are involved in this. Most of them are not from Rivers State. They're not indigenous of the state. And so because they grew up amongst Rivers people, they did everything together. For those of them that joined secret cults, they did all of that, smoked all manner of things with indigenes. And so they have a way of fraternizing, with the core indigenes of Rivers State. And so it gave them that leverage. It gave them that identity that they can now do anything here. Some of them were even born here. So that's the truth. And so when you talk about what emboldens them, there are people that have constituted themselves as government across different parts of Port Harcourt, across different parks, such that they have boys that remit to them. In the course of our interrogation with some of those that were arrested today, so somebody actually confessed to the fact that they have somebody who sends them out on a daily basis, and if they don't make the kind of money he expects them to make, he will flog and torture them.
Really?
Yes, a criminal kingpin somewhere that they remit to.
Oh, then it reeks of the more than meets the eyes.
Yes.
Because that talks about a very strong syndicate, which, just for the sake of being careful, the government of Obiakwa will be going ahead and against.
Exactly. And so these things have been happening over the years, like I said. They are faceless. Even if you try to explain... The boy that was actually, giving us this information, if you ask him his name, what they were calling him was Bear. That was the name. Everybody
they cannot really identify
they don't have real name. You can't even know their real names. You can't track them. So probably because he's from that part of the state, they just call him Bear. You just hear names like Ogoni in Akwa Ibom. That's how they call themselves. They don't really know themselves to their real names. So this is how they have been operating. And so even if security operatives want to go after them, it will be difficult for you to track them because these are faceless and nameless people. But like I told you, it's not going to be business as usual.
Okay.
The local government council is out for these people, and we have to sanitize the system.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well, if you're just joining the program, this is Area Talk on your premium talk radio today, 95.1 FM. Adekunle Adejumo and Rona Bara here, taking you through as we are having this very qualitative conversation with the Chief Press Secretary for the Obiakwa local government area. I'm talking about Goodluck Nserim, and he has been giving some eye-opening enlightenment, if you like, for the sake of the conversation and for the safety of Rivers people. That has to be the primary basis on which this conversation is being built. But just so you know, we'll get to open the phone lines in due course. But we still have some, level of understanding to come to. Now, what exactly are the standards for collection of these taxes and levies within Obiakwa local government area?
Well, it depends on the aspect of tax and levies you're talking about. I see in the transport
In
sector.
the transport sector.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, over the years it has been the responsibility of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, to collect that which is theirs and then remit to the council. The council hardly have people who are stationed across parks. I don't understand that. People are actually employed or engaged by the council to stand across parks. These people know how to remit this, the one that belongs to the council. They have a way of remitting it. And so we don't actually dabble into their politics as a union. But in recent times, we begin to, see proliferation of unions, people that just go and, register unions, not even recognized bodies, so to say. People just go and register unions like business with CAC, and then they start collecting money that belongs to the local government council. And then everybody who is supposed, to be part of that particular arrangement feels like they already have an immunity from government. Meanwhile, you only registered a business name. These revelations were made, some days ago, when we had a meeting with them. So even they have all manner of unions, from drivers' welfare union, National Union of Road Transport Workers, self-employed workers, and whatever they call themselves. And these people stand on the road every day. They have people that sell their tickets. But once they commit a crime, and of course it gets in the news, the first name that comes out is Obiakpo local government. So you are seeing how this whole thing...
Maybe because of the idea of the Akbo attached to it. I'm just saying.
Well, but a lot of people are not aware of this, and I'm explaining to you. I was surprised. One of your sister stations actually invited me, so I was making this clarification. A lot of people were surprised to know that most of those people that drag these keys with drivers, for daily tickets and all that, they are not working for Obiakpo local government. They are actually task force that work for these unions.
Well, what about those who have alleged and pointed to the fact that the dump site where they take some of the seized vehicles to is within...
I'm coming to that.
Okay.
What the task force that Obiakpo has is called Traffic Decongestion Committee. So what they do is to tell you, don't park here, don't load passengers here, don't stop here while you are moving. So once you contravene, that's when you will come to your vehicle and then try to impound your car to that particular dump site that you talked about. Now, if you have gone out today, you must have seen that we have actually given a directive for them to start marking clearly.
I saw that.
Yes,
about 3 days ago.
Yes, where people should park and where they should not park to avoid, some of these altercations that will lead, to crisis. So this is exactly some of the measures we are putting in place. And when we are ready to, launch our new set of marshals, when we are ready to send out our new set of marshals to go and do this job, we are going to equip them properly. They are going to have means of identification that will distinguish them from other people who are not working for the council.
Let's find out something. There's been reported cases of harassment, and I'm glad that you mentioned here that the incident at Obirikwere, which of course will give credence to the creator that the young man is still alive to date, was actually what spurred the council chairman, Dr. Gift Walu, to take this exercise to the next level that it currently is, hoping it is sustained. There have been multiple cases of harassment, reports of intimidation that drivers and commuters as well have experienced. If you've ever been to, at one point in my life, I almost lost it at Waterlines because you are commuting in a commercial vehicle and somebody from nowhere takes whatever thing, maybe a truncheon or a stick, whatever they can lay hands on, and they're striking the bus. You almost develop headache instantaneously. From a distance. Yes, from a distance, you would think it's sane. You think, oh, we're Niger, now so we did one. But trust me, that's your sanity being dealt with. So these people collect monies as well. 100 naira, 200 naira. Speaking of the value.
Those are the people working for the unions.
Okay, let's get something clear. The current exercise that you're doing to tackle illegal tax collectors, because this is supposed to collect money, does it in any way tie back to the example of these individuals I just gave?
Well, like I said, we are going to restore sanity in totality. What that means is that we're also going to give them some level of tips on how to go about their daily activities.
The ones that are not with Obiakpo?
There has to be rules of engagement. Okay, I'm talking about the ones that are not with Obiakpo.
Yes, the ones
Those are the people that our task force are already clamping down on.
Because they don't have an identity.
That's what we are saying. We go about, of course, that's exactly what you saw on the social media space today. They are going about identifying them and arresting them. As for the ones that will work for the council, like I said, when we are ready to send them out, we are going to educate them. We are going to give them, of course, they are going to be working with the new rules of engagement, such that if you're not willing to play by the rules, we'll show you the way out. And of course, when you also, despite the fact that you are working for the council, if you go against what we ask you not to do or what to do, we'll get you arrested.
Good luck, Incident. Please.
Before you get into that
Okay.
one, I'd like to just ask this briefly. I mean, in relation to what he said,
Yeah.
how about the drivers? Would they be sensitized to know that, okay, this enforcement is about to begin? When you come across or you encounter these other people, you should know what to do and how to react. Would they be aware about this enforcement so that they know how to relate with the legitimate ones and they
Yes.
can spot them that, okay, this one, I'm not, no matter how you drag, I'm not doing anything with
Like I
you and
said,
for you.
one thing everybody that lives in Port Harcourt would give to the Obiakpo local government chairman is how often he visits the media houses.
Okay.
He has a way of, and when it comes to public enlightenment, he's number one, if you ask me. There is no policy that he comes up with that he will not go on air to let people know about it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have information, you are as good as being blind in a modern society. So the man has a way of interacting with everybody, not understanding the fact that that the terrain of Obiakpo is peculiar. It's not like the same way the Obiakpo local government chairman will interact with people. It's not the same way somebody in Ahoda West or other parts of the state will actually interact, because everybody there
complexity.
Yes, exactly. And so that's exactly why he doesn't play with media chats and all of that. And so we believe that by the time we start doing all of this, it's going to be in the media space.
So
it's going to be in public domain. Everybody will get to hear about it.
Know.
Yes. And so when you see those that are not putting on the uniform that we have actually announced that this is our uniform, of course, you shouldn't allow them to harass you. Those are criminal elements. All you need to do is to report them to the appropriate authority.
Okay. We would not want a situation where this enforcement would descend into chaos.
Okay.
I mean, I would not be a part of those who would appreciate reading such from the news. I was blinded to seeing any security agents accompanying the enforcement team today. And we know what the tendency of that can be for those who are working for the council. Please enlighten me. Are there arrangements made in that regard?
Yeah, subsequently, they wouldn't just move out without notifying security agencies. Like I said, we arrested and then give to them, to do the needful. It means there's a synergy somewhere.
But there can be on the spot disagreements, and like you mentioned, some of those people have constituted themselves into syndicate and court groups.
No doubt, you understand. But when you're working, when you're on the side of the law, there's this level of courage you should have, knowing that a properly constituted authority sent you out, unlike those who are just patching, looking for what to steal. Of course, when they see that kind of force, they will also have a way of moving. Just like you saw today, none of them resisted the arrest. If you noticed, that's because they saw the pressure and they know that they're already on the wrong side of the law. So these are some of the things we are not doing it without the security agencies. There's a synergy. We are working with them. We are reporting to them at least. Since we started this enforcement, of course, with this policy, they are also aware that something like this is happening. There is nobody that would not want to live in a sane society where you drive safely. And then if somebody has to, even if out of ignorance, you drove wrongly or you drive wrongly as a car owner, somebody is supposed to correct you with love. Over there in the Western world, what they call police officers are correctional officers.
True.
What it means that if you are erring, they'll first of all correct you, except you are somebody who is, hell-bent on committing an offense. And then from that, they will arrest you. So that's exactly the kind of people we want to groom as, task force officials, to forestall some of these negative stories that keep, coming out of the local government every now and then.
Interesting. We're still speaking with the Chief Press Secretary for the Obiakpo local government area. Good luck in Surim. Talking about the very important enforcement exercise going on right now, as was indeed published in the media. Of course, you got that as well from us. If you've not seen it, you can go to Facebook at 95.1 on Today FM. You find that exactly how that exercise panned out. Areas like Rumola were touched, and maybe others. Of course, these are some hot spots that are populated with serious situation of concern. We'll get to open the phone lines, but because we're dealing with revenue leakages and what the LGA may have missed. Is there an estimation of what may have been lost to the hands of these unscrupulous elements as we speak? Because, I mean, from their activities, they would have deprived the LG of a great deal of wealth. And here we are in River State, where a lot of people are complaining about some projects that are not being attended to, and things that are yet to be done, even though that's still on the front burner. But
well, I'm not a statistician. Right?
Okay.
I am not one. I'm not an economist too. Besides, this is just my first year in office as Chief Press Secretary. I think at the end of the year, we might be able to have that kind of come to that conclusion and then peg a figure, to what you just mentioned now. And then from there, we'll know how to address these loopholes, subsequently. But I know that the local government is actually losing money, to these people. We're not talking about those ones now on the road. We're talking about the ones that have been going about, trying to hoodwink some gullible business owners, telling them that we are still collecting money, manually. Don't mind that announcement. To be a boy still paying. Of course, if you're not strong-headed, they would actually, prey on you, and then you'll find out that you've actually done the wrong thing, because we have a way of identifying those that have paid their annual, revenues and all.
Okay.
And so these people still go about. So I think the few percentage of the ones that we're actually losing to them is still there. And of course, it's still something that the council needs to work on, and then get that loophole. So that's just.
Well, this is Area Talk on your premium talk radio, Today 95.1 FM. It's time for us to actually flip the conversation over to you. We're still, absolutely. And we still have in the studio this evening, Chief Press Secretary for the Obiakwa local government area, Good Luck in Serim, providing the necessary answers that you need. And if you have a question that you intend to ask him,
or a contribution that you'd like to add up to the matter,
you can call in.
The phone lines now to 0810-951-0951. That's the number to call to be a part of the conversation. You want to send a text message or WhatsApp message, or you'd like to send a voice note, please do that to 0701-9339-962. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Ade.
Good evening.
Yes, please.
Good evening to you.
You're welcome.
Na your man, Stephen Ido.
Stephen Ido, it's good to have you here. Let's hear you.
So, Ade, it's now that Obiakwa local government, they are now waking up to reinforce illegal tax force. Please, if they want to do, let them do it with all seriousness. Let them not discriminate.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughts. Let's go on to the next caller. 95.1. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. My perception there tells me that the phone line may be experiencing a lot of traffic, so you have to keep trying. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
It's Edatoni calling from Umebi.
Edatoni, you're welcome.
Go on.
Yes, please, my area talk. This time is that in this Umebi we are now. Solar lights only on the road.
Okay.
That's actually
you're taking us off track. We'll go to the next caller.
Tune that in by,
hello,
by
good evening.
8.
Yeah. Good evening.
Good evening
Good
to
evening.
Good evening, sir.
You're welcome.
Comrade, good evening.
Comrade?
My name is Sunday, from Takotia. Hello?
Please go on, we can hear you.
Okay. Please, comrade, I want to ask you, what is the difference between Obiakwa in revenue and the one police have been doing, and also the illegal that those boys have been doing at the roadside?
Okay.
As far as Obiakwa is concerned.
Okay.
Thank you.
We'll give you the chance. Give him the chance to respond to that very briefly. Good luck, and did you catch that?
The question as to what's the difference between those that are collecting money and police and Obiakwa. Does police work for Obiakwa? Police is a federal, of course, security agency. So I don't understand why what police is doing. So you're also robber for Nobia, but they are the ones that are supposed to, stand there and restore sanity. Deter these boys from doing what they're doing. So
Okay.
I don't know if they also join them.
I guess it means maybe in association, because
Yes.
sometimes you have. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
Please.
Yes, I am Dr. Chris. I quickly want to appreciate Obiakpo local government for this singular job they are doing. And to the man in the studio, send my best regards to the chairman of Obiakpo local government area, because he has made Rumokoro a very sanitized place. Before we come past Rumokoro, come past all you knew. But now the place is decent. I'm coming up with this because I saw some of the shanties they built under high tension. They have cleared them, especially those areas that are around about of junctions where Keke Park, with all the things they sell there. They have made that place a clean place to avoid accidents and all that. It is commendable. You guys are doing well. With the airport, please, Port Harcourt is a sweet city. We know when we call Port Harcourt, Obiakpo is inclusive. Most people don't even know where in Obiakpo, but all they want is Port Harcourt. But it's all Obiakpo, mostly. So
right.
You people are doing well. We want to encourage you, want to commend you. Continue. You are going to face a lot of challenges, we know. Like you mentioned, some of these bad boys with their names and all that. You will face the challenges. However, please do your job. Ensure the city is clean.
All right.
So that when people are coming into the city, they will have their mind in. They will have their mind in their hands.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Today 95.1 FM.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yes, my name is Onu Samuel, calling from Port Harcourt.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you very much. I just want to say this. Right from onset, I've been saying that the people committing all these atrocities are not from River State. And you pressmen don't believe us. Most of this action taken by government against Agboro and those taxi bus drivers that are committing a lot of crime are not indigenous. And when government tackle them, they will cry and go to your station, and you people will see attack the government. Then why is government taking action against them? The government is also create employment for them. Now that they are creating employment for themselves, government is also. But how can you manage them without adequate?
Are you accusing? Hold on, I need to get this clear. Are you accusing the media, particularly Today FM, of accommodating touts when they come and we just take? Is that what you're saying?
As a river son,
totally out of place.
I am highly bitter the way Port Harcourt is kept by non-indigenous. And you pressmen, yes, Today FM, I accuse you that you people are not helping us. Most of these drivers, this illegal person will run to your station and you will just accommodate them.
We have not had, hold on.
Them back to government.
Distinguished listener, we've not had any Agbero in this studio. We only have members from the drivers union and they are legitimately recognized.
Exactly.
Okay? Thank you.
Well, I finally, I want to commend any decision the Obiakpo local government chairman is embarking on. I, Onu Samuel, totally support that initiative.
All right, thank you, Onu Samuel. We have to go on to the other callers. Last I remember, we had people from...
No. They will always come and report. They will always come and report. That's one thing he's trying to say. Like when we were trying to get people off the street.
Yeah.
It was everywhere that Obiakpo local government is being insensitive. How do you want these poor women to survive? But today they are surviving. You understand? So sometimes when we do our job with some level of
strictness,
sensationalism, and it makes the whole thing look watery. That's exactly what he's trying to say. So sometimes when they bring some of these complaints, you look at it, from both sides and see if what the government is doing is actually going to be in the interest of everybody in the long run.
Samuel Ono, again, I take exception. Good luck. I don't know where you guys met and agreed upon this. But again, I take exception to it. If that is to be anything that will come by on the news. We try to strike a balance and give, listening ear to every side concerned in the conversation. That way you don't have a blind spot. But let's go back to the phone lines. 95.1, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yes. Obed Chima is my name. I'm calling you from Port Harcourt right now.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much. But I want to say, this thing I was able to, when I was going through my media phase, I discovered that Obiakpo local government have been able to embark on what I commend, honestly, because I will tell you for free. What Gift World is doing right now is a weapon development. This Agbero is imposing multiple taxes on innocent commercial drivers who struggle on daily basis to meet up the demand. Of course, some of them, those vehicles are not there. They make account to whoever is the owner of those vehicles. So it's a weapon development. But I want to tell them to do more. On the aspect of KK, because I took my time to interview some of the KK because the kind of job I do, I'm always on the road. Sometimes I come across how these KK drivers are being manhandled by the same task force. We have a youth chairman ticket. We have Royal Highness ticket in the side of KK. So these guys use for the power of government. You know their part. So this one will have to do more. Just on for this one, let him look into those areas.
All right.
And take out.
Finally? Okay.
Yes. Let him look into those areas and see how it's going to take out all this.
Thank you. Next caller, Today 95.1 FM. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening to
Welcome.
I greet everybody. This is
Go on, please.
I am one kind person that believes equity and the justice. I know before I become something in this world, at least I passed through many things. No type of job I didn't do to make sure I didn't spoil my hand. It bloodies me when I see where passport or in the name of you want to arrest some people, and you start slapping elderly women, 50 adults. I don't normally like that kind of thing. So if the Obiakpo chairman is here, please caution some of the boys. At times, the way they talk to them, I go wither you, I go hold you. You go hold 85 or 65 father, your mother. Sometimes they throw their vegetable. The mother will raise them on the chest, swearing for them. So it's not good. So to me, what you people are doing is the best. It's the other way around. Please, human being now, there's no how you see where they are slapping an adult. You just say, no, it's not good. Talk to them the way they maltreat. If it's their mother, do they do it?
All right.
So please, talk to them the way they handle them.
Thank you. Good luck, Insurim.
Yes.
Approach.
Okay. Yes. Of course, that's part of the things I said earlier on here, that we are going to overhaul the entire system. We're going to give them new rules of engagement, which of course will take care of what he just mentioned. There will never be a time Dr. Gift Wallo, for those of you that know him, will actually send people out to start beating up people's mothers, just like he's alleging. And then I don't think there's also any reason why he will tell armed people to go and start harassing innocent drivers and commuters. So it's something that we are looking into, and I can assure anybody who cares to listen that by the time our task force are fully back on the road, we are going to see a change from their uniforms, from their manner of approach. And of course, we also expect drivers to comply with them. The fact that they have been given a new rule of engagement does not mean that they have become so lazy,
okay,
that they no longer have what it takes to sting whoever wants to misbehave. But don't push them to that level. That's exactly what we are saying. We are expecting drivers. That's why we are taking our time, to mark those spots, to ensure that since they are also going to be comporting themselves or conducting themselves properly, the drivers should also respect themselves and then comply with the new rules. That's exactly what we want to achieve in the interest of everybody that lives here.
It's about a quadruple of activities that the council has taken on in recent months or in recent weeks to tackle a lot of things. And in alignment with hope, I so hope that the said reorientation that you've mentioned would actually yield the appropriate results, looking at some of the lineups that you have, because I wouldn't want to have ourselves go back to that river state when you had a task force that was checkmating another task force.
Yeah.
And basically, because at some point it was even alleged that some of these task forces, they capture people and take them into hiding. Some of them move about with axes and all of those dangerous weapons. So we want to have maximum civility being operational. Well, do not forget the phone lines are still open, 0810-951-0951. For the WhatsApp portal and text message, it is 0701-933-9962. Rona, let's kindly run
a couple of
through.
messages here and voice notes. So I'll just go over the messages and then play the voice note. Hi, Adi and Rona. Your guest has spoken very well, but they should make sure that this move lasts, because our laws here in the state end with talk without actions, and they should also make sure the drivers park very well while carrying their passengers. From Eric. This other message here says, good evening, Ade and Rona. The task force is an instrument of government because these same people are the people they use during election. How the government settle them after election? The only settlement for them is Agbero tax force for shops and to drivers. Watch how long this enforcement will stand. This voice note here.
Hello, good evening, Uncle Ade and the guests in the studio. Please, my question is, a physically challenged man on a bike to Rumokuru, and that is the only means of going around. Several of your boys have harassed him, asking him for money. What is your take concerning this? Or a challenged man in a car where he's driving and they accosted him, asking him for money. Please, sir, what are your takes concerning these two issues? God bless you. My name is Pastor Colin, the voice of the voiceless.
I don't think I got that correctly.
Let me do a recap. From what was doled out in the headlines, it was worded as Obiapo Council bans commercial motorcycle.
Exactly.
So he says
he's asking it from the point of
that
the physically challenged.
There's a physically challenged person that he knows who rides an Okada just as a way of his own mobility, and that person has been caught by some boys whom he, of course, again tied to Obiapo.
That's kind of strange, because the press release that actually announced the ban on activities of commercial motorcycles, stipulated it there that private motorcycles can move about. Those that are into delivery and the rest can move about. So I'm wondering why they would have to go and harass somebody who is not a commercial motorcycle operator, who was just moving, let alone somebody who is physically challenged.
Okay, it makes a lot of sense because even for the those who do logistics business with motorcycle, before now there's been an arrangement with the River State government.
River State Ministry of Transport takes care of that.
Some days back, I had one of my tour guide had to use a bike, one of these power bike, not really the high grade ones at Odumaya, VIO. They stopped me. But I told them that it's outside their jurisdiction. So sometimes you can have some people who want to be overzealous.
That's one thing Nigerians need to realize. They're right at all times, because
let's play this other one.
Good evening, Ade, and everyone in the studio. I remain Joseph by name. When we are talking about this Agbero affecting, it's not only on those people that is harassing the bus drivers or commercial drivers, including the ones that is moving around, taxing people that is doing their business. You see these people will come today with one paper. They will say they are from the local government. Tomorrow you will see another group with that same paper. Next tomorrow you will see they just keep coming, collecting unnecessary money from people. The kind of pay. What is it called? What they call it, tickets and every other thing that they are collecting from in Obiakpo local government. That is too much. Like it's excess. Those areas too. They should touch those areas too.
Thank you very much. I really need to respond to that quickly. That's why we always tell people to come to the council if you're not very sure of what you are supposed to pay and the ones you're not supposed to pay. Come to the council. We will tell you. And so when you have been inundated on the taxes that you are supposed to pay to the council as a business owner, nobody will come to your shop, because once you have those proper documentations that of course will be issued to you at the council, nobody will come there. When you tell them that you went to the council and they gave you all of this, they will definitely move out. So there are people that even if you announce you make this kind of announcement for 2 years, they will not leave their shops and come to the council, but they will keep complaining about people coming, to harass them. Of course, what these boys, they use psychology. Once they know that you are ignorant, they will bring like 20 papers for you, and then you keep begging. I don't have money. Take this one. Meanwhile, coming to the council to ask the right questions and do the right thing wouldn't cost you anything, just time.
Okay.
That's just it.
Interesting. And it seems you mentioned digitization earlier. To that extent as well, has it been digitized? Because I know at one point before we started talking about the conversation,
she didn't tell us the kind of business that she owns.
Okay.
Yeah, but there are exceptions anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the phone lines. 95.1. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I just want to, Johnson Akene is my name anyway.
You're welcome.
I just want to ask the chairman on the issue of awarding premises, like the store and premises projections on revenue to ward chairman instead of the normal revenue collectors in the council. And these people have been, this particular area has been awarded out to ward chairman and their councillors. And they keep harassing people all through, heightening the charges from the normal charges to 15,000 upwards. It has never been done like that in Obiakpor local government, apart from this inspection. So I want to know why it is like that. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Good luck. You want to give an immediate response to that?
Well, what he's saying is ironical. He just said that it has never been done like that in Obiakpor local government. To me, that has been the practice. It even took the chairman we have now time, to accept that it should happen like that because of the same, harassment and intimidation that we talk about. As a matter of fact, to him, he didn't want anybody to go physical to collect a dime in the name of council revenue. But of course, that people will always react. People will always tell you that that's how they've been feeding over the years. And so, if there was this consideration for ward councillors like he just mentioned, for them to, the question should be: Are they double taxing you?
Okay.
Do you know the actual amount you're supposed to pay, and they are telling you to pay a different figure? That's when you should react and probably come to the council and report. Not to say that
it's not
to kick against the fact that the chairman said, okay, revenues from this level should be collected manually by so and so persons, and then they also remit to the council. Rather than have strange persons do it in our communities, just mandate people from the community that that this one every week or so, every month. Of course, you are remitting to the council. You are now the tax collector of the council as appointed by the council.
Interesting.
So there's nothing different. There's nothing strange about that.
Okay, there you have that clarification. 95.1.
Good evening.
Good evening, Ajibola from Guji.
Ajibola, you're welcome. Are you there? That call dropped. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
Can you hear me?
Yes, please.
Obinna is here.
You're welcome, Obinna.
Okay, I greet your guest. I listened to your guest. So there's something you mentioned that I want to clear him. Maybe he's protecting his brothers. He said that some of the boys are not indigenous. They answer everything. Do you know that there's any of them you catch or you escape or they molest you, somebody will call and say, go to social family. Mention an indigenous place. Let me give you an example. In Rumokrushi, if you have issue with any of these boys, like they do to your break your glass or something, they will tell you the place you go. An indigenous that they are reporting to. It's how they can work. They will not use their brothers, but it's their brothers that is collecting the money. They will show you the family that is involved, which is in Equerelia, Obiakpor citizen. They are reporting.
It's not what is triggering this. Your response,
my brother. Rumokrushi is under Obiakpor. Rumodara is under Obiakpor. If anything happens to you within that side, all this stuff will molest you. There is a family that is an indigenous that is heading them.
All right.
Then, finally, you talk about this VIO. Do you know that those VIO are indigenous within that axis?
Let's leave the VIO. Let's leave the VIO out of this. That was just on the sidelines, but maybe for the sake of lowering the bar a little. I remember at inception, Good Luck in Surimi had mentioned that there seems to be some level of connivance with people who are indigenous And of course, that's how these individuals get to succeed at carrying out their nefarious activities. So good luck. I don't know if that addressed some of the concerns raised by that caller.
Yes.
Okay, interesting. We do.
Yeah, we'll just take that call and take a few messages. We'll wrap it up. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Welcome.
Yeah, this is Mr. Willie calling from North Australia.
You're welcome.
Go on, please.
The complaint I have is that this task force that was operating around the SARS road that have formed the habit of extorting money from people, and when they will take you to the SARS police station that shares boundary with the SARS police station.
What's their name? Do they have any emblem to identify themselves?
Sir? No emblem at all. The last time they caught me, they insisted that you must pay the money in cash. They have any POS operators that normally they will just tell you this is the amount. I had to pay 49,000 naira, say, because they said that I drove against traffic.
They said you drove against traffic or you drove against traffic.
That's the question.
No, what happened was that when I came out from this SARS road, then I was to go down to go down to Greek axis. Then I passed through this U-turn. They now told me that place was that I was supposed to go to the roundabout to make the U-turn. That is not. But I've been seeing vehicles passing there. I said, even when they stopped me, vehicles were passing there, but they were insisting that that place is not where I'm supposed to pass.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
There's something I really need to say. I must commend my boss anyway. You know, when that incident at Obrikere happened, the one that the man was reported dead, Obiakpo took charge of the man's hospital bills from A to Z. And then when the man was also discharged, we gave him some, amount of money
for upkeeps.
Yeah, for upkeeps while he's recuperating.
Okay.
That's to show you that the government we have today in Obiakpo is a responsible government. Some other government would have actually denied those people because those are faceless people, if you ask me. Some of those that actually perpetrated that crime prior to this time, the person in question, the only name they know him is Obiri. The guy that committed that offense.
Okay.
Obiri. That is not anybody's name.
It's not identified.
And so nothing stops the local government from saying that this guy was not working for us. He just came, he's an impostor and all of that. But we took responsibility of that particular thing. And then, but to my greatest surprise, a lot of people were wishing the man, they're wishing that the man died. And they were actually wanted to hit up the polity, like I said. But thank God we've been able to calm that. And in the coming days, they are going to, appreciate more the efforts of Obiakpo Local Government Council in restoring, sanity, to businesses and, of course, the transport sector in the LGA.
Interesting. Well, you've basically spoke about the sustainability of this enforcement. So let's hope as the day rolled by, we can comfortably ask for an assessment on how far the progress has gone. But on Facebook here, quickly, somebody says, please come to Elele1 and or email.
This message, wrap it up. Good evening, Adi and the Secretary. Please, I want to be sure if Obiakpo will be able to sack all these agberos at Rumokoro, Oilme, Romola. In fact, River State is in the mess. Please let's get this issue once again and assure us again from Silver Agbo. All right.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Maybe we can do one more.
Okay.
That's the lucky call.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
30 seconds.
Please, I want to ask the PA to the governor there is that at least this payment of Obiakpo, this thing, even if you are not telling us, it's supposed to that this is 3 paper or 2 paper you are supposed to collect in a year. So when the person is coming, he will prepare himself. Even if
come to the council and ask questions.
Did you get that?
Also local government.
Hello.
Did you get that? Hello, please. He said you should come to the council.
Come to the council. Tell us the nature of business you are doing. They will tell you what you are supposed to pay.
Okay.
All right. It's simple as
you.
that. Well, that's the much we can fly with this evening. Our conversation this evening has been with the Chief Press Secretary for the Obiakpo local government area. Good luck in Surim. Good luck in Surim. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Absolutely. It's been Area Talk on your premium talk radio today, 95.1 FM. On the other side of the clock, we'll come back with Eyewitness Report. Adekunle Adejimo is... Absolutely. Adekunle Adejimo is my name.
Berna Agbara here in the studio.
Good evening.
Maybe home is somebody's smile when they look at you for the first time. Maybe home is being a home to something you love and adore with all your heart, and that is what life, friendship, and love are all about. Maybe home is listening to all of your favorite shows on Today 95.1 FM. We create memories. We inspire comfort. We are the voice of the people, and we are home away from home.
It's 8 o'clock. Check under your crown cork. Open for more with Guinness.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
What if the internet had a voice? What if we knew exactly what you love to listen to? What if we understood your vibe, your voice, your opinion? Today, 95.1 FM. Today, 95.1 FM. We are the voice of the people.
I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Thank you so much for staying tuned. We're back to you. That's Rona Agbara.
Yes, please. And we're back to have you join in to talk about your eyewitness report. Just started off with area talk, and this is the segment where you call in to give your report and the things happening in River State, in Port Harcourt, your local government area, your communities. Of course, you're aware how we do it. So you just call in to talk about your eyewitness report. Send messages about it if you'd prefer that, or send a voice note to the numbers that would roll out shortly.
Absolutely. And to do that, you can call the following number: 0810-951-0951. For the WhatsApp and text message portal, it is 0701-933-9962. It's that time to reel in your eyewitness report. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening to you.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
I'm Edatoni calling from Umeblu.
You're welcome, Edatoni.
Please, my brother, my eyewitness report is what I usually complain. Persist, always. That this area we are, my eyewitness report is that close to Penepa money, they will bring light. After we take 1 week, 2 weeks, we cannot see light again. Now we have already paid finish. There is no light. There is where they call seaside. 4 days now, there is permanent light from morning till night. 4 days. No taking up. Why it mean we at Umeblu have 99 oil wells? More than other people. They are enjoying. How can person get breast and sucking pulse? Eh? It's not that when people take crime, it just be like they are taking law into their hands. Please send effort to bring light for us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. The people of Umebule are making that request. Hello, good evening. That call dropped. Kindly keep it coming through. 0810-951-0951. It's a Monday, so a lot of things definitely would have transpired that you do want to share with us, and tell us about your eyewitness report. Remember to turn down the volume on your radio set once your call is accommodated. I don't know. The network seems to be challenging because these calls drop when we want to get them on board. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening to you.
Yeah, I'm calling you from Asarama in Andon local government area.
You're welcome.
God bless you richly. I want to tell you our confrontation, our challenges. I told you before that in the whole of Andon local government area, as big as Andon local government area, there is no national grid. There is nowhere that is linked. The one that passes through Nkoro, pass on Andoni land to Popu, but yet we are not sharing it. Our governor, President Governor Simonalayi Fubara, only use our land to direct the light to his place, but did not give us light. We, the Andoni people, do not have a national grid. We use a pass my neighbor only to survive. I am calling on the River State government, the Andoni local government, the NDDC, and other area, even including the federal government, to consider Andoni people for a national grid. Secondly, in our place, the secondary school that we are using has been this old secondary school that almost all the roof is dilapidated. And we are having issues, more especially this rainy season. No good chairs, no better roof on those secondary schools. The chapel of that secondary school is no longer functioning because it has been de-roofed, and whether the contractor or the people they gave the job are sitting off the money, and we don't have chapel again in Asrama Government Secondary School, Asrama. So, and thirdly, the light, as I told you, on the street of Asrama, the NDDC light, this light up Niger Delta, is all dead. The bulbs are no longer functioning. Not that it was vandalized. It is dead. They need changes. So these are my eyewitness.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All right.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, Ade.
Good evening to you.
Yes.
Evening, Peter.
Peter, you're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. The Umbano Junction in Oyibo. Still a nightmare. Still a nightmare. Still a nightmare. They flood everywhere. People are suffering. Are they?
Yes, please.
Our governor commissioned the Begema Abonima Buguma Road recently. Abi?
Yes, please.
Yes.
Go on.
How many times are they going to commission that road? In this part of the world, I don't know how our leaders do things. I asked a question, how many times are they going to commission that road? Each time, you tell us that the road has been rehabilitated. The road has been existing even before you were born. That road has been there. So the issue of commissioning, this government the commission. It is only when you open your own road, the virgin forest, and you gave a community, you gave a people road, that is when you can say you are commissioning. You cannot commission a road that has been there over time.
Okay.
Very common in Nigeria. Why is Nigeria like this?
All right.
Why is our politicians in this country?
Thank you,
Why are
Rada.
they behaving like this?
Thank
we
you.
have so many things to do. Link up new rail lines. They are not doing it. What the old one, they will tell you, they commissioned this, they commissioned that. Let them wake up from all those mistakes.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to the next caller, 95.1. Hello, good evening. Hello, are you there? 0810-951-0951 is the number to call and share with us your eyewitness report. And, well, we have a lot on our hands in terms of, the tasks and where we ought to be, assessment on certain things that are going on. But we'll definitely see how we can, get to achieve all of those. And do not forget that you can also send us a text message or a voice note to the number 0701 933 9962. Let's take this call and we go on that break.
Too.
Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
You're welcome.
Today FM.
Yes, please.
Yeah, my name is Suman from Igreta.
You're welcome.
Yeah. Please, my situation report is about Igreta. There's nothing. There's been like 5 to 6 months now. We don't have light. I don't know whether Igreta is just part of River State or it's another place. Because it really wonders. A place like this, you don't know light, nothing everywhere. It just look boring.
I
So the
heard,
government
I know, not even. I heard that a lot of people in that area have resorted to the use of solar. Occurred to me. I thought it was something that was somewhat ephemeral and will be cleared just before you know it. So thank you so much for flashing that again right before our eyes. 95.1. Good evening. Hello, good evening. If that's you, apologize. It's not my doing. It's as a result of the network. The phone number is still available. We have, let's see, less than 10 minutes, less than that, to wrap up this particular segment of the program. Keep your calls coming through still on 0810-951-0951. You can also send a text message or a WhatsApp voice note to the number 0701-933-9962. Hello, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
My brother, how are you?
Very well. How are you doing?
Good. It's here Tony call back.
Oh, Eda Tony.
Eh?
Okay.
Yes. This station our own.
I agree.
And I cannot live to call it even 100 times. Please, this Umeblu, we are hearing governor flagging road here and there. Is it cost for us? Umeblu, is it not in Eche or River State? We don't get light, we don't get road. If you come Umeblu, you will see that you will pity for us from Umeblu to Chokota, which the road is very close to Umeblu, or you go international market. You know, to flag the overhead bridge, no way. From Aba to Igbo to Chokota to this thing. It's very close than to go from Umeblu to Eleme Junction. Before you go to Igbo, go to Korenwo. Please, tell governor. NDVC, that's where they in charge. Let him try both light to give us light. Thank you.
Thank you for your thoughts. And Umebulu is not cursed. I just believe it has not got into the appropriate ears. Like I'd always administer to you, one day at a time. That's what we are doing. Sometimes I even had to, I troubleshoot Rona so much, and I said, get this sorted out, get that sorted out for us so we can see how we can pay attention to these people, visit here and there. We've been roving, and trust me, it's just about for the good of Rivers people. This is one assignment that has been placed before us, and we want to make sure that while we're in this timeline, we're able to satisfy and fulfill every objectives tied to that assignment. Tomorrow, as long as you're staying faithful to this, that when we come on Area Talk, you'll find out another aspect of that particular movement that we have been talking about. So just exercise the patience and keep putting us on reminder. 95.1, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening
my
to
brother.
Good evening.
My name is Professor Ikiti. I'm calling from United States of Alo.
Professor Ikiti, I hope you've had enough rest from your last travel.
Yes. I never even travel.
Oh, great.
So, I may say I go enter room tomorrow by the grace of God.
Safest trip anytime you're ready. Let's hear you.
But the Bible says, I will not leave you until you bless me. That is what this man for Bible said. I don't forget his name. I will not leave these people for a lawyer until
that's one of the brothers. Okay.
Because we have paid everything that we're supposed to pay. So I don't know what is he holding them to give us life. Since how many months now? They give us like just 15 days where everybody jump up and down, say, life don't come, life don't come, They just take the like steam since that day. I just they beg the people that they're in charge of this life to do what these people, what they say they do, because according to the information that I had, they said that this community, they want to collect this money in cash. They said each self-contained is 7,000 per month. But the NEPA people, they say they want to come and give us prepaid meter, which is very good. So that is the issue that is causing problems between them. Because to me, I will like that prepaid, because if you are going out, you cannot own everything. Anything that you use,
is what we are going to pay. But I believe that some people are still there in charge of this state to make sure that they collect money from us. That the money will not even reach these NEPA people. So I beg them, because we are not a slave. We are tired of darkness. We are tired of darkness. That is my area report. And I will not stop talking about this life until they give us life on board our law again.
Okay.
I will not stop talking. Thank you very much, my brother.
Ekiti, thank you. Next caller, 95.1. Maybe we'll just do this last call and then see how we can wrap things up on this segment. 2 minutes more to
Let's
get
go
it
over the
done and
number
over with.
finally. 0810-951-0951. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you.
This is Mr. Silvanus Marupoko.
You're welcome, Silvanus.
My eyewitness report has to do with this Ministry of Transport, VIO guys, that normally operate along this Mokoro axis.
Okay.
About a week ago, they accosted a lady before my eyes who was driving a keke bus to the market. And then they accosted her, started giving the rationale that they don't have this, you don't have this. At the end of the day, and the surprising thing was that other commercial buses are passing. She was alone inside the bus. They stopped her. The next thing, they collected her vehicle and slammed charges against her that she was going to pay about 35,000 naira. With her beg, she ended up paying them 25,000 naira for the release the vehicle. These same guys again along water lines, that day I was even inside the vehicle. They did the same thing again to a lady who was driving in a very powerful Toyota Corolla car like that. They managed to persuade this lady to come out of the vehicle. The next thing, they took the vehicle away and told the woman to call her husband. I don't know the offense she committed anyway. It's like they are fun, but when other men will pass and other people are passing, they will not arrive. But when it comes to women, they will just pounce on them and begin to stop them, shout, them, stop. The next thing, they will now begin to harass you and tell you that you must go and pay them money, or else they will carry your vehicle away.
Okay.
So I think they should do something about this VIO guys.
All right.
They are becoming something else.
Thank you. I don't know. The safest word to say is the way some VIO officers populate themselves around certain areas makes them look like some people were just zombified into that place. You just find them swarming around that area. It's not safe. Oga Kobo, and I know you are also tracking events. Please, let's do the needful to safeguard Rivers citizens and their lives. Thank you so much. Hopefully we'll have that conversation someday, but this is how far we can carry on the Eyewitness Report segment. The three will come up on the other side of the clock, so do well to find out.
By 10.
Absolutely.
Stay with us.
Adekunle Adejumo is my name.
Rona Agbara.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot.
Every good thing has got a good ending, and congratulations, the indomitable Lionesses of Cameroon, deserved champions of this competition. If it was their very first game, you will see their intention, and of course, you will not look further than this lady is doing very, very well in the absence of the Super Falcons of Nigeria. We are calling it a wrap today and of course tomorrow, talking about the Women's African Nations Cup that came to a befitting end on Sunday, with Cameroon showing that we are the best at this point. Tiger returns with yours truly, Godwin in Akena. Global Sports Update. We take a break. When we come back on the other side, I did say Tiger will be joining us. Welcome back. Thank you for staying with us. Tiger is back. Her name is Tega Onojafe. Tega, thank you so much for keeping faith. And we've got 1-2 to go, and we'll be calling it a wrap.
Thank you so much for having me once again. And yes, all good things must come to an end, including the most unscripted WAFCON in the history of unscripted tournaments. All right. Nobody saw Cameroon playing Malawi in the finals? Definitely nobody. And that's not because we are taking Cameroon for granted, but because they didn't even qualify for this tournament in the first place. They are only here by virtue of the expansion of the tournament from 12 to 16. And so congratulations to the Indomitable Lionesses. Indeed, they were indomitable. Unfortunately for the Scorchers, it was a cold winter in Morocco, and so they couldn't do much. But yes, it was a brilliant performance by the Cameroonians.
Tega, for starters, for those who do not know, these Cameroonian ladies have been to the final 3 times and they couldn't win it. 2026, they came through the back door. Little or no preparations. Same preparations as the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They came to this tournament. The first game they played sent a warning to everyone that we were ready. I've seen enough football, and like I've always said, it looks as if football is cyclical. It's your turn today. You may have to wait for a while before your turn will come again. The Cameroonians were beaten in the final. Oh, at the back of your head, you remember Desire Okparano's long goal that gave the Super Falcons of Nigeria the trophy. Is this about a team that time came at the right time?
Yeah, I think they hit the spot at the right time. They came at the right time with the right performance for this moment. I don't think, however, though, that they can dominate Africa just based off of this performance. No. But when they had the opportunity to take the trophy, to take the coveted title, to take the title of champions of Africa in women's football, they seized it. And so, yes, this was a good performance for them. It was a timely performance in season. The opportunity came knocking and they seized the opportunity in the lifetime of the opportunity. That doesn't mean, no, that they would dominate Africa from here on out. I don't think that's what's going to happen. In fact, I'm a little scared when they get to the World Cup that they may be exposed. But that's a problem for 2027. Let's see how they function there. But this tournament was really about teamwork, unity, and determined effort by the Cameroonians. So yes, congratulations to them. I do remember that match where Desire scored. I remember the stadium was even filled from 12 noon for a match that was taking place. I think it was 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. But by 12, the stadium was full. So you can imagine losing a final in front of your fans. So maybe this was redemption time for them.
Tega, I want us to stay with Cameroon getting to the final of the Nations Cup. From the very first game they played, it was obvious that this was a team that could go all the way. Now, the Super Falcons did not play good football at this Nations Cup, and a lot of persons attributed it to lack of preparations and what have you. But here you talk about the Cameroonian ladies who were holidaying, no preparations, no trainings at all, and CAF just said, hey, come. You've got good rating according to FIFA ranking. Come to the back door. We have decided to expand the women's competition and you get in there. And from the very first game, they did not appear to any one of us as a team that did not prepare before getting to this competition.
I think they prepared, although they were not aware after the qualification round that Algeria knocked them out. They thought it was done. Then CAF expanded the tournament, but they announced their expansion earlier. Remember, this tournament was supposed to have been played in March. So the expansion was already announced towards the end of the year that it was going to be expanded. So they knew they were going to play. And in that period, they were able to arrange a few games, a few warm-up games, including one featuring the Super Falcons, in which the Super Falcons beat them in that warm-up friendly. So tournament form is different from friendly form. The Super Falcons beat them in a warm-up friendly, and then they got to the tournament and they took off. I would say this though, there is a way a team sets off in the tournament that just sets the tone for them. I think because they came in through the back door and because they were aware that there were other strong teams like the Super Falcons of Nigeria, like Morocco, like South Africa, because they were aware that they were not on paper the strongest team and not even by by FIFA ranking, they decided they were going to be determined. And most of their performances were determined performances. They played extra. They made the extra push. They put the extra pass. That was what made them excel. It was not every performance that was confident, but every performance was convincing because they were all determined to pick up the slack. And I think that's where the difference was. There was a good build-up for them, but when they got to the tournament proper, they were aware that they were playing at a disadvantage. Let me put it that way. And so they put in the extra effort. That was what helped them.
Tiger, are you saying the Super Falcons of Nigeria, the girls from Morocco, the girls from Zambia, and of course even Malawi were not determined just like the Cameroonians?
Oh, I think a lot of people had the ambitions, but there's something that when you come in as a confident team, as a strong side, is different from when you come in at a disadvantage. So I'm not saying that those teams didn't have the ambition to win. I'm just saying that if you saw the Cameroonian performance, it was not always down to expertise or the fact that they had great players. It was a determined team effort. So yes, the Super Falcons put in some effort, but they also had a great team, and they were aware they were defending champions. It was very different from the Cameroonians. The Cameroonians, you could see what made them excel, and it was just beyond tactics. It was the effort the girls put on the field of play, which is why I was surprised that they were able to pick woman of the tournament from Cameroon. Because if you look at that team, there were so many players you could have picked and said, this is the player of the tournament, and you wouldn't have been wrong. That was, I think, the difference between everybody. But in the final, it really came down to experience. This was Cameroon's fourth final. This was Malawi's first. In fact, this was Malawi's first tournament. Cameroon had been to the WAFCON 11 times. So a little bit of experience and determination just shaded it for the Cameroonians against the Malawians. But even Malawi outperformed themselves.
Tiger, please tell Africans who thought Malawi had everything that it took to emerge champions of the Women's Nations Cup. First-timers, debutants as they called them, and they got all the way to the final. No fluke at all, but it became a one-sided affair against Cameroon. In fact, in the first how many minutes? You can say the first half, it was done and dusted. What happened to Malawi?
I'd say a little bit of naivety on how to navigate a final of a tournament. Remember, this was Cameroon's fourth final. For Malawi, their first tournament, and they went all the way to the final. They thought they would get there and they'd play their game. Unlike Cameroon, who understood that it is a final and even only one goal can decide it and it's done. So Cameroon bided their time. What they first did was they locked down that midfield so that there will be no battles in the midfield. The first goal came in, and Malawi rushed out to go and look for the equalizer. As they rushed out to look for the equalizer, Cameroon capitalized on their naivety of rushing out, took advantage and scored the second goal. By the time the third goal went in, it was match over. They couldn't fight back. Last time out in the final, the Super Falcons of Nigeria were 2 goals down against Morocco, who were hosts of the tournament. So the crowd was with them. They were 2 goals down, but they were able to keep their head and come back to win that match 3-2 because they had experience. They didn't rush. They took their time and built the victory slowly. But each time Malawi conceded, they rushed out to go and look for an equalizer or to try to look for a goal, leaving themselves out of shape and out of position. And Cameroon just completely took advantage of that. So I would say it's a lack of experience that exposed Malawi in this final. Great performance to get to the final, but I think they were taught a lesson.
The Cameroonians came to the back door, like I said before, Tega, and they didn't come with names like the Chiwanga sisters, like the Aziza Doshuala, the Esther Okoronkwo. Just name them. They came in here, and of course, they got the job done.
Oh, yes, that's what they did. It was a brilliant team effort. And I've noticed that, remember the Men's World Cup, it was the better team, not the team with the better individuals that won it. Same thing with the Women's African Cup of Nations in this year. It was a better team that won it, not the team with the better individuals. Like I said, Ngok was named player of the tournament, but they could have picked any player from that team and she would be deserved. Some people say that their player of the tournament was Naomi Eto'o. Some people say that their player of the tournament was Ngamanga. After all, she had 5 goals. The only reason she didn't win Golden Boot was because she didn't have the same number of assists like Temwa Chawinga, who eventually won Golden Boot. When you look at that team, there was Abang. She also played brilliantly for the team. And then let's not forget the goalkeeper, Mikaeli, who was amazing and exceptional. And some people will say it was on her back that they got to the final. So when you look at that team especially, then like I said, too many players to count stood up and showed out for the national team. So it was team effort, united effort, not big names, not big individual performances, but a unified, determined team performance.
This is Take One. Tomorrow, Tiger and yours truly will return. And this time, we'll be taking a look at the Super Falcons of Nigeria. They came to this tournament and they were favorites. Unfortunately, from the very first game, we knew that there was trouble. And of course, they couldn't pick a ticket to the FIFA World Cup in Brazil 2027. That was not the worst case scenario. They had a second chance that the god of football gave to the Super Eagles before them, and just like the men, they failed to deliver. My name is Godwin Enakna. Like I said, Tega Nojafi joins me tomorrow when we return and strictly about the Super Falcons of Nigeria.
Catch the latest news, real talk, real stories, all on Today 95.1 FM, where you belong.
Today FM 95.1 Port Harcourt, voice of the people, voice of the people. Hey, rise and shine, it's a brand new day. Today's the station leading the way. Breaking news, sports and talk, keeping every heartbeat on the clock. From Port Harcourt to the world we go, sharing every story you should know. Your voice, your people, your destination. We're not just a station. Today FM 95.1, the voice of the people. Number one, news and sports, talk all day, keeping rivers on the way. Not just a station, we are the station. Today FM, the pride of the nation. Cross rivers, Bayelsa, Abia too. Akwa Ibom, Cross River, we're reaching you. Around the world, we're live online. Every moment, every time. How better your business, make it grow. Millions are listening, let them know. Visit us at Today FM Drive off East West Road, Port Harcourt. Listen, live at your Call us on 24. Anyone left me a line to your wife. Come, admin out to the FM. Today FM 95.1. The voice that keeps this city strong. News, sports, talk every day. Lighting up your every way. Not just the station. We are the station. Today FM 95.1.
It's 9 o'clock. Some people open bottles. Others open possibilities. Open for more with Guinness. Top of the evening. The night is too young for small expectations. Open for more with Guinness.
Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today, 95.1 FM, the voice of the people. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people.
Get ready to feel the rhythm, the groove, and the true vibes of Africa. This is not just music. This is high life. From the legends to the latest, we're bringing you the best of palm wine grooves, jazzy horns, and soul-stirring melodies. There was a sound that told our stories, A rhythm that made our fathers dance and our mothers smile. Welcome to The Thrill, a musical journey through time where legends live on and new stars shine. Join us from Mondays to Thursdays, 9 p.m. on Today 95.1 FM for the ultimate high life musical show. Don't just listen, feel the music. High life lives here.
African style. African style. African style.
Welcome to another exciting episode of What's Poppin' We Desperados, your home for the hottest sounds, the biggest conversations, the best trends, and the moments everyone can't just get enough of. This is where entertainment, culture, and premium vibes make it all one. From music and celebrity buzz to social media conversations, lifestyle trends, and the places where everybody wants to be. Yeah, we've got the stories that are keeping the conversations moving. So whether you're on the road, hanging out with your friends, or taking a break from a long day, or maybe you're simply enjoying your own moment, say no more. You are in the right place. And before we jump right in, let's talk about the perfect companion for a good moment. When the playlist is right and the company is solid and the atmosphere is exactly where it needs to be, there's one drink that fits perfectly into the moment. Desperados, bold, refreshing, and yes, made to stand out. Remember, first on the list tonight is the Popping 7. If you're ready to turn up, I'd suggest you hang around.
When the night is young and the mood is right, an ice-cold Desperados is the only one way to keep the vibe alive. Bold flavor, big vibes, hot enough to ignite the night, and cool enough to keep it going. So grab a Desperados, turn the vibe on, and let the party begin.
Desperados, beer with a Latin vibe. Enjoy responsibly. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
What's popping with Desperados? The tequila-flavored beer. Tequila-flavored beer. The Popping 7.
It makes me feel good. I just want to get up and dance. I just want to dance.
The Popping 7. Countdown of the joints you feel the most.
Welcome back to the Popping 7. 7 records, 7 different flavors, and 1 serious playlist. Without saying too much, number 1 this week, and yes, he's been on the list and is still running. Ashike and Wizkid. Call it a double treat. Jogodo, this one is an amazing collaboration. Ashike again. I mean, and number 3 this week is vibes are definitely still popping on the Popping 7, and we're super ecstatic to have Desperados riding with us tonight. This bold tequila-flavored beer isn't here to play it safe, fam. It's all about breaking the rules, pushing limits, and hitting you with a refreshing taste and that spicy kick that just kicks in quite differently. Desperados, more than just a beer, it's a whole lifestyle. So join me right now as we raise our glasses to the beer that is the MVP, that is made to be different. Go Desperados, go!
When the night is young and the mood is right, an ice-cold Desperados is the only one way to keep the vibe alive. Bold flavor, big vibes, hot enough to ignite the night, and cool enough to keep it going. So grab a Desperados, turn the vibe on, and let the party begin.
Desperados, beer with a Latin vibe. Enjoy responsibly. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila-flavored beer. Tequila-flavored beer. The Popping 7.
It makes me feel good. I just want to get up and dance. I just want to dance.
The Popping 7. Countdown of the joints you feel the most.
Welcome back to the Popping 7, and the next record is number 4 on the list, and this will put you under a whole lot of pressure. But good ones, I must add. Share your vibes on this. By Shally Poppy. Yeah, you heard me. This week is Rema, baby. Tonight on the Popping 7 is King Marty with Ali Bomaye. Yeah, I like this tune actually. The young star continues to build her identity. That's about it tonight on the Popping 7 fam, Certified 7 Hot Records. And yes, up next on the show is the list. I need you to stick around.
The List. Scoop about your favorites. This is where it's at. The List.
Welcome back, folks, to the list. And you know, this is where we put the biggest conversations right on the table like a deck of cards. And today's conversation is all about something that has quietly become one of the biggest parts of modern social life. Now, let's get into it. The group chat. Let's be honest. At this point, everybody, yes, has one. The family group chat. If you're there, tick. The friends group chat. If you get them, tick. The work group chat. The old school group chat. The football group chat. Yes, and there are some people, they have all of this. They belong there. Yes, you know yourself. And there's that one group chat that nobody can explain how it even started. The funny thing about this group chat is that they have basically become our little world. One person sends a message, somebody reacts with an emoji, another person sends a meme, someone disappears for 6 hours and returns with, what did I miss? And somehow, there are already 147 new messages. 147 new messages, fam! But group chats aren't for just jokes. They are where plans are made, birthdays are organized, trips are discussed, football arguments are settled, people share career opportunities, friends check up on each other, and sometimes the group chat is the first place where a major piece of news appears. But here's one question that divides everybody. How many group chats are too many? Whether you love them or hate them, group chats have become a huge part of how we communicate. They keep friendships alive, they keep families connected, they keep communities talking, and sometimes they provide the funniest entertainment you didn't even know you needed. So here's today's question for the books again. What's the funniest group chat you've ever been a part of? Yeah, because somewhere right now somebody's creating another group chat and it's definitely popping. Let me have it though, the funniest group chat you've ever been. Remember, still what's popping right here on the show.
What's popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer. Tequila flavored beer.
When the night is young and the mood is right, an ice cold Desperados is the only one way to keep the vibe alive. Bold flavor, big vibes, hot enough to ignite the night, and cool enough to keep it going. So grab a Desperados, turn the vibe on, and let the party begin.
Desperados, beer with a Latin vibe. Enjoy responsibly. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
Does anyone know where the plug is?
Where is popping? Looking for something. Places and events for you. Where's popping?
Hey fam, it's time for Where's Poppin'. I know some of you have been waiting. Yeah, Una Nightlife people, you're already waiting for me to drop a location tonight. And you know, I'll never disappoint you. We're staying right here in Lagos tonight. If you're looking for a spot where food, great music, stylish people, and premium vibes come together, we've got one for you. You know me now. I will never fall your hand. Where's Poppin' tonight? Drum rolls, folks. We're going all the way to the Good Beach, Victoria Island, right in the heart of Lagos. The Good Beach is the kind of destination that gives you a different side of the city. Think beachside atmosphere, good music, food, drinks, friends, and yeah, that relaxed Lagos energy that makes you forget about the week's hustle for a minute. And yeah, whether you're linking up with your friends or you just want to have a good time or there's a promotion or there's a good story, that is where to be. And that's what we're talking about on Where's Poppin'. It's not always about the biggest party. Sometimes it's about finding the right people, the right atmosphere, and the right place to make an ordinary day feel a little more special. And of course, what's a good Lagos hangout without an ice cold Desperados? The bold tequila flavored kick, that refreshing citrus twist, and that unmistakable made to be different attitude. So my fam, if you're wondering where's poppin' tonight, say no more. The Good Beach, Victoria Island, that's the formula. So grab your friends, find your vibe and make the moment count. The Good Beach, that's where it's poppin'. Just like that, we've come to the end of the show. Thanks for hanging out with me, you're the real MVP. Until next time, stay vibrant, stay jiggy. Remember, this has been What's Poppin' with Desperados. Good vibes, great stories as usual, and yeah, unforgettable nights. Desperados, made to be different. And please enjoy responsibly. Not for sale to persons under the age of 18.
Thank you for checking in with us on What's Popping with Desperados, the tequila flavored beer.
Turn the dial and turn up the thrill. We are not in the same league. We are rewriting the rules. Here on Today 95.1 FM.
105.1 FM. Whilst also listening and enjoying that high life song from Chief Osita Osadebe, right? I'm here with Adekunle Adejumo, and my name is Rona Agbara. And I'd like to begin by saying that what type of fraud have you experienced from a vendor, any vendor at all? And when I say vendor, I mean like maybe people who sell things online or walk in stores or even offline. I'm asking that because a lot of people use business as an avenue to defraud people of their money, their hard-earned money. People use business as a disguise for the fraudulent things that they do. A lot of us have experienced fraud from vendors one way or the other. Or you purchase something and then after making payment, the person just disappears or just ghosts you. Some of them just block you. Some of them will not take their calls anymore, blacklist you, run away. There's just a lot of experiences. I've had my own share of a vendor defrauding me. Oh, yeah, because technically, but thank God that vendor did not get away with it because I did not allow. I no agree. I kept insisting and, mounting pressure on the person. The person had no choice but to refund my money. Maybe if I was not so persistent, the person would have gone away with my money, and that would have been another experience amongst the many others. But then it happens to the lot of us, and it's not even about, oh, I'm too wise, I'm too smart, I can't be caught off guard. You can be caught off guard because some of these people do not even sound or seem like fraudulent people. Some of them are so. You see the things they do, you see their businesses, they post reviews, they have customers, clients. Sometimes they may have delivered once or twice to some other people, and so you have that confidence that this person is not a fraudulent person. So it's not about being too smart or I'm well aware, I'm self-aware, I cannot be scammed. I'll share one experience that happened. That was last year? I think 2025. Yes, I wanted to buy hair from a vendor, a wig vendor, and I made inquiries because I'd got her number from Contact Gain. Not like someone gave her number to me. I got her number from Contact Gain. I saved her number. She says she sells hairs. So okay, if I want to buy, I would let you know. So sometime last year I contacted her and I wanted to get hair, and she's not in Port Harcourt. She's not in the city here. She was in Bayelsa at the time. I don't know if she's still there.
That's a long distance.
Yeah. So of course I know that I have to pay the delivery wave and all of that stuff. So we contacted her, told her the hair I wanted to get. She showed me pictures and I made payment. And there's this trust that we already have because some people do their businesses online. They don't have stores, they don't have walk-in stores. So most of us are just sure that, oh, I would not do that to someone. So I don't think this person will do that to me. So I made payment for the hair. Okay, she told me delivery date and everything, details. I sent my details for my address and contact for everything. It got to the day, and I did follow up on the way bill. When is it coming? Have you sent to the park? On the date I was supposed to pick up from the park, no message, no, I've sent it out, nothing like that.
They ghost you.
Yeah, she didn't block me. That's the thing. She didn't block me early on, so no message or anything. I reached out to her. What's going on? I've not gotten call from the driver, all of that. She didn't reply the message, the whole of that day. I said, okay, let me be patient. Let it not be that I'm too impatient. Maybe she had issues trying to send it back. The following day, I sent her a message too, and she did not respond. No response. I was like, what's going on? It was after like calling. Then suddenly her number stopped going through, stopped connecting. I realized that, okay, I could no longer see her DP on WhatsApp. Like, it has happened though. Hey, they have done me shege. And it's not like the week is, the amount is something that it's sizable amount of money or a good amount of money that I know that I'm buying something quality. So I can't let it go, even if it's even 2K safe. I will not let it go, especially when I didn't give you freely. So she blocked me on WhatsApp. I was wondering, how am I going to get in contact? Because I don't know her personally. I've never met her online, So I gave her contact to some of my friends. Help me reach out to this person, try and see if you can text out another number. She doesn't have your number, so maybe she'll pick up your calls. My friend texted her on WhatsApp. She was not responding because they talked about wig. So I said, okay, try try to see if you want to like contact her, like you want to get hairs from her.
Mhm.
I want to buy hair and all of that. See if she'll respond
lure her
or
in.
call her or something. Then one says she picked the call, and after they did the whole conversation, okay, I want to get hair and everything. Then she stopped responding and didn't even ask for details or anything. I said, okay, maybe she's suspecting that it's the same person. Until after a while, I didn't rest though. I kept contacting her through other persons. Then I told someone else to send her a message and say that if you don't deliver the hair to so person, I mean referring to me, they will post your pictures, post your number, post you, and let everyone know that you are a fraud. Post it on social media, everybody will say. I think that was what got to her. She was, afraid. And so she finally responded to me with so much excuses that were not even adding up. Oh, something happened, my phone got bad, my this, my that. That wasn't my business. All I just thought that was refund my money. I'm not interested in the hair anymore. Just refund my money. And eventually, glory to the Most High, I got my money back. Yes, I got my money back. So that's just one of the experience that I've had, almost defrauded by a vendor. And why am I even bringing that on here? Is because of the matter we're talking about this evening, about someone who sold a car or two cars, pretense, to pretending to be a car dealer. He sold a car, two cars actually, to somebody. The person paid money, wired him money, and that was it. He defrauded somebody of over 7.8 million naira. That's not some more money. That's not small money. Over 7.8 million naira, disguising to be a car dealer. Some people have experienced fraud, that runs into millions of naira, some hundreds of thousands. But no matter the amount, fraud is a fraud. Whether it's 2K, the person defrauded you, whether it's 5,000 naira, whether it's 100,000 naira, whether it's 1 million naira, as long as you didn't give that person the money, as long as you did that because you were expecting to get, something for that money that you're giving out and they did not deliver, that's fraud. But we'll go through the news report about that one, and then we can just have a little conversation about it, and then also open the phone lines to have you join in. If you'd like to share personal experiences, that's fine, briefly of course, and also like to get your opinion or contribution to the matter and the question of what type of fraud have you experienced from any vendor at all, whether the person that sells food, clothes, shoes, bags, cars, land, properties, phones, gadgets, anything that you give money to receive a goods or service, and it wasn't delivered or you didn't get it. And how did you handle it? How did you respond to it? How did you react to it? Because no matter how calm and calculated you are, you would just have to respond in a certain way. So however you responded, I'd like to know that how you handled the matter. I would like to know how you handled it. But that's after reading through the news, going on a short break, and getting back from that one. Then we'll have you join in. But the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, Ibadan Zonal Directorate, has arraigned a man and his company before the Oyo State High Court in Ibadan over an alleged 7.8 million naira car deal fraud. A whole cow. A statement by the EFCC said the defendants, Adeoye Gabriel Adewale and his company, D. Lucas Global Concepts Limited, was arraigned on Thursday, this August 2026, before Justice Olushola Adetujoye. The agency alleged that Adewale, that's the man, presented himself to Abdulrazak Awotedo as a car dealer. One, he presented himself as a car dealer. That's one. He used a fake car mart. You know those car companies now where they put cars for displays. He used a fake car mart. He convinced the man to pay 7.8 million naira for the purchase of two cars. So they paying 7.8 million naira. They have probably budgeted that money that, okay, this money is for the cars I want. They pay you that amount of money and you disappear. Okay. The commission further alleged that the money was paid into the first bank account of the Lucas Global Concept Limited before it was allegedly converted by Adewale for his personal use. Adewale and his company were arraigned on a one-count charge bordering on stealing by conversion involving the sum of 7.8 million naira said to belong to Awotedo. The charge reads that you, Adeoye Gabriel Adewale, and the Lucas Global Concept Limited between 6 October and March 2022 within the jurisdiction of the Honorable Court converted to your own personal use the sum of 7.8 million naira, 7,819,000 naira, actually, a property of one Abdulrazak Awotedo, and thereby committed an offense of stealing by conversion, according to the Criminal Code Act and, all of that. The defendant pleaded not guilty to the charge when it was read to him in court. Following his plea, EFCC counsel Sanusi Galadachi asked the court to fix a date of trial and remand the defendants in a correctional center. However, the defendant's counsel, Towolawi, informed the court that he had filed the bail application on the client's behalf. Towolawi urged the court to admit his client to bail pending the hearing and determination of the charge against him. Justice Adetudoye subsequently adjourned the case for hearing to the bail application, and other defendants be remanded in Agodi Correctional Center. That's like the whole summary of the whole thing. But, people these days, that's why some people have trust issues, Wade. Some people feel like if it's not physical, if we're not dealing physically, but even if you're dealing physically, people still scam people. This one now, you use the fake car mark. So it was not an online. They were not bringing the car from some other state or country.
We have a problem with people who are not trustworthy. They literally get to spoil every business
for others.
And those who also have legitimate businesses and they are not suspecting of this set of people, they risk losing their names.
That's true.
Then as we speak, one of the social media app that own a market, the Blue. So before now, you go there to source for things you want to buy, and you find the nearest vendors or people who are about to do clearance sales. But as we speak, just about last week or so, there was a report about some individuals in Owerri who would trick people.
Yeah.
So maybe they go on that particular app and they will display some cars to say a car worth 3 million naira in its use value. They'll put it at 1.2. And they'll tell you this car is available. And when you reach out to them, they say, okay, come to this location. You go in there, you find that car there. But guess what? That was a kidnapping syndicate.
Because at that point, that you would not have a reason to doubt or suspect that this is not true because you can see it.
So you enter the car that you're supposed to buy. It becomes the car they used to convey the person. So these are some of the things that we see with people who have decided to spoil businesses. If you've ever seen the movie Matilda, where the dad deals on used cars, and often he would buy cars, that are very rickety, just get to do a little bit of repainting and put back into the market. And then the people after acquiring, it wouldn't be up to some couple of months, they start complaining about the faults that the cars develop and all of those things.
They know fully well that this car is faulty, but they just rebrand it and put it out there. That's also a form of fraud.
That's the point. So people should just be very, they should just open their eyes to what they are doing. Any business can be somewhat redesigned by people who want to do fraud, who want to manipulate the system. And when they do so, they believe they are the smartest in the room. Unfortunately, they are not, because what they claim to be that level of smart or being smart is what actually destroys trust in businesses. A friend of mine was telling me that they said, I will never take my car to a particular place in River State. People know that place for, being more like a place where you can do a lot of repairs. He has his reasons, because his perception was driven by, not even perception, the experience was driven by one person who dealt with him the wrong way. So he would rather prefer to call a mechanic, a competent one, to his house and say, hey, come and fix my car.
Because taking it there now, he may just fall into the wrong hand. So
your shock absorber, they do like this. From shock absorber, your bonnet gets spiritual problem. Before you know, you're spending, and maybe what they're even taking out does not even have a fault.
Sometimes they will even lose something from the car and tell you that it's no longer there and go sell it somewhere else.
So we have to be better people. We have to be better people because at the end of the day, whatever we do, would have ourselves to blame.
And there are
Somebody says,
consequences.
if you live in a glass house,
Don't throw stones.
not throw stones. And Lagwaja classically put that as, you don't throw stone into the market because it might
Hit your
strike your
person.
neighbor.
And there's also, that's why sometimes I don't even blame people who tell you they will not pay for anything until it gets to their doorstep, that payment on delivery. Because the idea of, okay, what if I pay now and you block me and you ghost me? Or what if this thing I'm paying is not even available, but you tell me make payment and I start calling you weeks, months, you're not responding. It now becomes a problem.
Have
My
you
own
forgotten
money.
what happened to us in Nigeria? What I ordered versus what I got.
Yeah, even what I ordered versus what I got is one part of fraud. There's also the what I ordered and I did not get anything. I got something not, a look-alike of what I ordered or something that doesn't even look like what I ordered.
That
That's
is
one.
mini fraud.
The one of I ordered, I did not got it. Nothing entered.
It's complete fraud.
Nothing came in. And then the one that you see the thing, but it will not get to your hand. That's another problem. All of these are different types of it. So it's still fraud. Fraud is fraud. Whether you use the online platform, you use it physically, however you do it, as long as you're not delivering something that was paid for, you are a fraud. But
Street cred.
Yeah.
It's also important. I mean, I've been defrauded twice this year.
Wow.
Yes, and these are basically for academic exercise.
Okay.
So I put forward a request. The first person, I think it was about 40,000 naira. So I needed some academic materials.
Yeah.
And these were books that, you could only get somewhere in Lagos.
Okay.
And I sent out money. Please get me this book. Mister, they don't want to snap some samples. And said,
to show
I've
you
been dealing with this individual for some time.
Okay.
But unfortunately, on this particular one, he did not respond. And the next thing, he blocks me. And I tried to reach out to him. No way. And then after some days, he picked the call because I used another number.
Yeah.
Hey, my family has problems.
That's
this
start
and
bringing
that.
excuses.
And they start
making you feel like you are crazy.
I was the one asking for my money and my book. He still had the mind to say, I beg, if you get 10,000 naira from your hand.
Because he knows you.
And at that point,
that's it.
The whole wire in my head was just splitting. But at the end of the day, I had to forfeit that money. Because what would I do?
He wasn't even going to
That
pay
was
it
the distance,
eventually.
Lagos. This is Rivers. What else? I left that one. So, I don't see how people would not be candid with whatever they intend to do. That's like, even in this line of profession, some people reach out to me and say, they fly something. I say, see, I would not want to fly what my commitment would not sit with at the end of the day. Because
what if I
once
fly
you
and
get
then
money,
they patronize you and you run away with their money?
If I'm dealing with the client, right, I'd always say to people, the money a client paid you before you complete their job is not your money yet. When the job is done, that's where you can celebrate.
Because they can tell you, okay, I'm not interested in any more refund. I say, I've eaten the money, there's something I can do.
That's why you see things like no refund after payment.
People do that now, they policy.
It's to safeguard.
So that they will not
when
run
it's
at
a
the
house
loss.
policy, you know what it is. And it's on certain goods or certain businesses.
But not the one I send you money and then you do not deliver, then you tell me no refund. Haba, you will refund the money. Or you'll go viral. Simple. Let's go on a short break. Get back from that highlight break. We'll have you join in the conversation. It's still the 3 on Today95.1 FM. Adi and Rona here in the studio. And the question we're asking on the show is, what type of fraud have you experienced before? And how did you handle it? How did you react to it? Do stay with us. We'll be back. We'll open the phone lines. If you just tuned in, it's the thrill on Today 95.1 FM. The numbers to call are 0810 9510951. That's the number to call to be a part of the conversation. Want to send a text message? Please do that to 0701933996. So I saw a post where someone said that he was defrauded by his brother-in-law. Is it this fraud thing? It's not just strangers alone, even family members, even people that are close to you can still do you dirty. Some people do not care. When it involves money, they can do, undo, redo. They can do anything. So the man says that he wanted to buy a car too. This is also a car fraud, right? He wanted to buy a car and decided to patronize.
Sleep can wait. 1 million naira may not. Open for more with Guinness.
Talk radio. I listen to a lot of talk radio.
95.1 FM.
Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
A very good evening to you. This is the World News and Premium Talk Radio to the 95.1 FM Port Harcourt. I'm Rona Agbara. First, the headlines. Presidential candidate of the ADC, Atiku Abubakar, calls for federal government action over killings in the north. Rivers State Commissioner of Education emphasizes vital role of public health institutions in manpower development. On the foreign scene, IRGC denies President Trump's claim of talks with Iranian Revolutionary Guards. Details shortly. Presidential candidate of the African Democratic Congress, Atiku Abubakar, has called on the federal government to move beyond condolence messages and take decisive action to prevent further killings in the country. Atiku made the call after 32 people were killed in Ungushi community, Kebe, local government area of Sokoto State. In a statement shared on his verified X account, the former vice president described the victims as innocent Nigerians and expressed sympathy with their families and the people of Sokoto State. Atiku said recurring attacks across the country had made government condolences insufficient, asking how many more Nigerians must be killed before the protection of lives is treated as an emergency. He therefore called on the federal government to strengthen intelligence gathering, protect vulnerable communities, and ensure that those responsible for the killings are arrested and prosecuted. The Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, has rejected claims that ghost and hired voters participated in August 15th Osun State governorship election. INEC's Chief Press Secretary to the Chairman, Dayo Oketola, said the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system, BVAS, made such voting impossible. Oketola, who spoke during an interview on live television, also warned Nigerians against believing unverified videos and information circulated on social media after the election. He explained that many voters must be registered and accredited at their assigned polling units before they can cast their ballots. Oketola said voter turnout in the election stood at 50.116%, describing it as one of the highest recorded in recent off-cycle elections. He further noted that Nigeria is in the era of artificial intelligence, misinformation, and disinformation, urging the public to verify information before accepting it as true. The Osun State Police Command has warned individuals and other groups against any attempts to forcefully take over local government areas or their premises in the state. The warning comes from the Commissioner of Police, Samuel Erale, following reports of plans by some individuals and groups to occupy local government facilities.
A rally congratulated the people of Osun State on the peaceful conclusion of the governorship election and commended stakeholders for their participation in the democratic process. He, however, said the command was concerned about the reported plans to forcefully assume control of local government areas while the matter remains before the courts. The police commissioner said no individual, political group, or association has the right to resort to self-help or use force, urging all parties to allow the courts to determine the matter, while warning that anyone who attempts to forcibly occupy or disrupt local government facilities will face arrest and prosecution. The Federal Capital Territory Administration has defended Minister Nyesom Wike over flooding in major parts of Abuja, saying the problem predates his assumption of office. The Senior Special Assistant on Public Communications and Social Media to the FCT Minister, Larry Olaikon, also accused lawyer and activist Deji Adeyanju of politicizing the flooding by blaming Wike for the incident. Olaika said the heavy rainfall caused flooding in some parts of the nation's capital, but the water later receded. He said the FCT administration is taking steps to address recurring flooding, noting that similar incidents occurred in areas in 2019 as well as 2022. The presidential aide attributed the recurring flooding partly to inadequate drainage infrastructure, poor waste management, and weak enforcement of urban planning regulations. He also blamed scavengers for worsening the situation by allegedly removing drainage covers, thereby allowing refuse to block drainage channels. You're listening to the World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, foreign and sports stories. Please stay with us.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Thanks for staying with us now, the rest of our stories. River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has promised that ongoing road projects in Kalabari area will be completed, even if his administration is unable to finish them before leaving office. Governor Fubara, who made the promise during the commissioning of the Buguma Dengema Abonima Road, said the Trans-Kalabari project remains one of the most important projects being undertaken by his administration, assuring the people that his administration, and the project is unable to complete will be continued by a successor from the same political party. The governor also recalled the poor condition of the road before its reconstruction, noting that it has now been developed and commissioned.
Today, we are all here gathered happily. This color dream has come to reality. Very soon, we go around to campaign for our party. And the truth about it is, movement will be easy. When we get there, I can boldly say, do that. Even if the one that I didn't complete, I'm also very sure that my party will complete it. So the issue today is about our people.
Also speaking, the Amaya Nabo of Abonima, Akokutoro local government area, His Royal Highness King Israel Bobo Manuel appreciated the governor for the significant project executed in the area.
This project is a project that is dear to the minds and hearts of all Calabar people. In the past, it was difficult for us to traverse this area. For you to leave any of our communities to Port Harcourt, you must, as a matter of fact, go into one-day fast and prayer the previous day. Otherwise, you are not sure you will get to your destination. And I thank His Excellency because he came in, made the project, and completed it in record time. I thank you, Your Excellency.
In continuation of familiarization visits to tertiary institutions in the state, Commissioner for Education, Associate Professor Peter Zwango, has highlighted significant roles public health institutions play in churning out middle-level manpower in our society. Professor Wango made the remarks when he led a team of principal officers of Ministry of Education to College of Health, Science and Management Technology, where he acknowledged indispensable and strategic functions of laboratory technicians and other departments to the lives of the people in the state and beyond. He noted that the ministry will not relent its efforts in supporting the college to achieve its desired objectives, stressing that such assistance must be done in the atmosphere of a peaceful learning environment.
Education is one of the key priorities of the administration of His Excellency Sir Siminalayi Fubara, reflected on the improved budget submitted for 2026. The administration remains committed to ensuring that every public investment in our institution yield measurable and lasting outcomes. I therefore encourage the management to embrace this vision and to work with the ministry to build a college that is academically strong, professionally credible, environmentally sound, and true responsive to its students and to the society.
Wango, however, restated Governor Siminalayi Fubara's passion for quality education, especially in areas of science and healthcare delivery services to Rivers people, and called on the management of the college to continue to sustain academic standard.
This college occupies a strategic place in the education and healthcare development of our dear state. Trains the technicians, technologies, and health workers who serve across our laboratories, pharmacies, images, and dental units, environmental health departments, and clinics. But for that reason, it must uphold the highest standard in academic delivery, administration, discipline, infrastructure, sanitation, and health welfare.
Presenting her address, the acting provost of the college, Dr. P. Samadi, expressed joy for the visit and intimidated the commissioner with numerous challenges confronting the college, such as absence of governing council, lack of vehicle ambulances, accommodation, flooding, amongst others.
The college is a strategic institution established for the training of middle-level healthcare professionals to meet the challenges of contemporary healthcare delivery services. However, persistent institutional, infrastructural, administrative, human resource, and operational challenges continue to hinder its effective functioning and development. Amendment of specific section of the college law is required to attract external funding, adequate and dilapidated infrastructure. The college requires massive intervention.
Today FM Magazine Wawa reports that management and staff, including Students' Union of Government of the institution, came out in their numbers to accord the commissioner a befitting reception. In the meantime, a lecturer in the Department of Political Science at the Ignatius Ajuri University of Education, Obiakpo local government area of Rivers State, Goodluck Oke, has advised voters in the state to protect their votes throughout the electoral process. Oke, who spoke to Today FM's Priya Izogu, said Rivers voters should emulate voters in the recently concluded election in Osun State by remaining vigilant after casting their ballots. He urged voters to protect their votes at the polling units during the transportation of election materials and throughout the collation of results.
The outcome of the just concluded governorship election in Osun State demonstrates the capability of the people in determining who wins the election in their state. The power to determine who occupy political offices now resides on the people, as it has always been. But regardless of what we have been experiencing, it can also be reinvented in 2027. The people can decide to replicate what happened in Osun State and other parts of Nigeria, especially in the presidential election. They can decide on who becomes the president of Nigeria. If they come out en masse and vote, protect their vote, secure and protect the transportation of their vote.
The political science lecturer stressed that votes can determine the outcome of elections in Nigeria if citizens are willing to safeguard their ballots throughout the electoral process. He called on voters to remain vigilant and ensure their votes count from the point of voting until the final results are declared.
If the people vote, protect their vote, resist talks that the politicians may use to come and interrupt the process, and secure their vote down to the collation center, the people's will must prevail. And this should show politicians that they are very, very few, and that the people are the majority, and that the people can decide their fate. It is not them who should decide the fate of the majority. If the people decide to come together and support a candidate of their choice, protect their vote from the polling unit, I tell you, it is the candidates that the people want that should be announced. So if votes in Osun State will count, then votes in Rivers State and other parts of the state will definitely count. Rivers people, Nigerians, must come together to decide their destiny by coming out en masse to vote, protect their vote, and ensure that their candidate is announced at the end.
Concerns have been raised over the rising level of unemployment among youths in Rivers State. Community leaders and young graduates say the lack of job opportunities is making it difficult for many young people to earn a living. Speaking on telephone interview with Today FM correspondent Ayiba Priogonu, the community development chairman of Rumekini, Prince Ihunwa, said the government has not done enough to empower young people. He linked some cases of land grabbing in the community to unemployed youths who, according to him, are looking for ways to survive. He therefore called on Rivers State government to provide vocational training and other skill acquisition programs to help youths become self-reliant.
The level of unemployment in Nigeria has affected rulemaking as well. So, and as a result of that, the youth, most of them have indulged themselves, some in drug addiction, some in land grabbing activity, some in some of the unlawful means of making money as a result of unemployment. Encourage the government to do more, let them improve in whatever, even if it's to come up with a vocational skill that can, since that alone will help so many, because some persons, even as a graduate, because they don't have skills, they can't go to the field to do anything outside maybe going to serve a medicine.
Also speaking, the Community Development Chairman of Rumokwachi, Eric Wolu, expressed concern over the employment opportunities available to youths, particularly indigents seeking jobs in companies operating within Obiakwo. He alleged that some qualified indigents only get employment opportunities when they have connections to people in positions of influence. Wolu therefore called on the government to ensure that companies operating within the state give qualified indigents a fair opportunity during recruitment.
We have so many companies around us in Obiakpo. Those companies, you see people working there are people from other states. You go to that place, we put application for our youth to put application for a job. They will not employ them. Before they get employment, you see that you must have somebody who will help out. Those things are things that government are supposed to look into. Companies employ you from our areas here. They are planning by stopping their source of income. What do you expect from them? You see them going into illegal way and they are living.
Some graduates who spoke with Today FM also appealed to the government to create more job opportunities and support young people who are already running their own businesses. They called for better security, transportation, and electricity, saying these would help operate their businesses successfully and become financially independent.
There is lack of job, and even the jobs that are available don't pay well because our minimum wage is very low. You see an average wage earning 50,000 naira, and we all know that currently 50,000 can't even carry you for 2 weeks, and you have to either find something else to do to top up your income, or you either go on the wrong way looking for a bigger part.
Youths that have very, very amazing ideas to create income for themselves, but basically what's stopping them is capital. So I think the youths can help provide fundings, because most times you'd want to take a loan and the process is just a whole lot. Other ones are the transportation issues, security issues, and electricity issues.
On the foreign scene, the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, IRGC, has denied United States President Donald Trump's claim that talks are taking place between the two sides. Speaking in an interview on Monday, IRGC spokesperson Brigadier General Hussein Muhammadi said there are no talks between IRGC officials and American representatives. Muhammadi described Trump's claims as false, saying it was the result of what he described as delusions and nightmares following defeat and desperation in the war. He said the IRGC remains the arm and voice of the Iranian people and the Islamic Republic, conveying the country's position on the battlefield. Muhammadi added that no talks are currently taking place with the United States, citing what he described as broken promises and repeated violations of agreement by the American government. To end the news, here's a summary of the major stories. Presidential candidate of the ADC, Atiku Abubakar, has called for federal government intervention over killings in the north. We told you that Rivers State's Commissioner of Education has emphasized on the vital role of public health institutions in manpower development. On the foreign scene, you also heard that IRGC denied President Trump's claim of talks with the Iranian Revolutionary Guards. That was the news as edited by Sose Onabu. For comments and inquiries, please call 0818-389-2850 or send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com. You can read our stories on www.todayfmlive.com, on Facebook at Today95.1fm, on Instagram at TodayFM951, on X at TodayFM951. You can also join our YouTube live at